okay sound-wise? Sound good? Checking, just making sure sounds good for everyone. Hey, Mandy. Your game went well.
Your repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare
Hey,
out at
Sparky.
the
Good
star-flecked
to see you.
void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi?
We'll have some
I
dice
thought
to
we
give
agreed
away
on a
from
World
Black
War
Oak
II
tonight,
campaign.
so
Oh,
stick in there.
did we?
Comes Anna.
That's
Alright.
cool. I can pivot. The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils.
Hold up, I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign.
All right, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700.
Hello.
Humanity's
Hey.
elite fled to other planets
Hey.
long ago, taking
you?
with them all forms of
Oh,
advanced
good. How you
technology.
doing?
Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools
It's
as
funny
weird
when,
phenomena
when
plague
you sent out
abandoned
the other
nuclear
message, I
sites.
just
Witnesses
got home and I was like,
report
oh,
seeing
I just
glowing
ran to
lights
the
and
computer
rising from their
and fired
graves.
up
And amidst
Zoom,
the
and then I
chaos,
looked at the
three
time and it was
strangers
like,
will meet in a dim bar.
and you're
A
not
veteran
on.
zombie
So
slayer,
that was
a
funny.
disgraced
Yeah,
general
yeah.
out for revenge,
It's
and
okay.
a space mercenary
Yeah.
sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters.
We
How
are good.
do you do
Just
that?
waiting for the guests to come on.
I have the right tools for the job.
We got, and it's not a big deal, everyone. Just, it's I did open up the gift sub discount. Just hadn't done one all year, so I did that. I got a cat on the table. You need to get down. You need to go over here on your spot. Sitting out. I kind of like I know those two, and we'll talk about them, I guess, on Wednesday night, because
A
that's what
story
we're going to be doing.
once
Gruck Journal
spoken
2 on
is
Wednesday.
ageless.
But I kind of like the second shield where
The
it's split.
dungeon imagined
Yeah, I did that
without
for
end.
Siege.
Oh.
Because I wanted to do a version of it with Hextor
Oh.
in there, so yeah.
The tree that
Oh, okay.
endures.
So I
Yep.
gotta rename that one then in my
Mhm.
in my
Yep,
file
it's
list.
for it's for Siege, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
remember the one I think now I'm not 100% that I should I did at least part of that shield or something and
Okay.
sent because I know I've seen it, but now I'm not 100% that I did it. But on the other hand, I don't think I did anything else in that one, so and I'm credited.
Okay.
So but I do so much stuff back and forth, so sometimes I'm not 100% sure that I actually did it because that might have been Druskara that he might have done it. So you never know. So
I think
yeah.
he did it. I don't think
Yeah.
the graphics on there are yours. Thank you,
that's
man.
that's what I'm. Yeah. So that might be not mine to begin
I don't
with.
think they're your graphics.
Yeah, because we discussed it and I've seen it before. So that's the thing. But yeah. Or maybe I gave the arrows or something like that. But the hand, because I have that in some of my other shields. It's the same one that is used in the Siege shield. But if I gave that to someone and they did it, or I forgot that now because that's like a year ago or something. So yeah.
I know it's hard to keep track of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes when you bounce around on
It's
projects and
crazy
stuff.
to keep track of
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm lucky. This week it's just like crazy. I actually, well, we'll talk about this in a second here. Thank you so very much. Oops, go back to the beginning here. birthday gifs and stuff sent here, so. Alrighty. Make sure that I am good here. So we're at twice.
POV, I had 30 minutes before my campaign group showed up and I was totally unprepared. I grabbed my ready set encounter box and boom, everything I needed for an epic session. Adventure hooks, map tiles, loot tables, stat blocks, and miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our great dragon encounter. If you're a busy dungeon master, get ready set encounter live now on Kickstarter.
Jeremy, boxes are down in my
POV,
living room.
I had 30 minutes before my
ready
campaign
to roll
group
to you.
showed up
Sherry,
and I was totally
Gianna.
unprepared.
Hope you had
I grabbed
fun
my ready
yesterday.
set encounter box and boom, everything I needed for an epic session. Adventure hooks, map
Killing a
tiles,
crazy
loot tables, stat blocks, and
sage.
miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our great dragon encounter.
Summoning Murlocs.
If you're a busy dungeon master, get ready set encounter live now on Kickstarter.
Yeah, now I know what they sound like.
Yeah.
I didn't know that before, but I went to YouTube and found one that was 10 minutes long, and I think I survived like 2 minutes. Yeah, no, I didn't see that one, but I saw one that was. No, I didn't see that one. It was probably long down in the listing, but there was one that was 10 minutes, and I think I survived like 2 minutes, and then I had enough. Yep, then I had enough. But it was fun.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, you got the same day? Unhappy day? Wow. I know Les's is yesterday. Someone big, actress was yesterday too, and I wasn't track of it all.
Mine is at GREYHAWK. I've had my birthday at GREYHAWK the last
like
6
every
years.
Year.
Yeah.
Guests are still not here. Yeah, thank you, man. We're going to blast. Except now, this is the worst time, and that is getting everything together. Yeah. Well, the one that the Goblin Wars, the one that the Murlocs use, is that a Frost Nova or is that a lesser version of it? You know, where they put that big circular ice thing around you and you get stuck in it. Yeah. So I call it. I call it. Hold on. Yeah, that's the one that I use, where they drop back and they trap you in it so that everyone can swarm you. I just call it Freak's Trap, 10-foot radius. Yeah, the Frost Nova is another one like that. You know, so all right. Yep. It's fun. I know the Frost Nova catches more than one. Yeah, it's probably a smaller version or whatever, but like when I was first started playing, that drove me crazy, getting stuck in that thing and then like, oh, you get swarmed. So their swarm attacks are really nasty.
Okay.
You do that in your game still? +1?
Well, yeah. I have various versions of hordes and swarms and stuff. So I have rules for minions, I have rules for swarms. and swarms, and I also have rules for hordes. They're two different things. Swarms are like lots of tiny little creatures, and hordes are lots of creatures that still can attack individually, but they have a hit point pool, so to speak. So they, when you take them out, you don't have to. You simply track the hit points of the whole horde.
By the way, Tiffany's got a pass tonight. She won't be on because she's away at her mother's. I mean, they got a little mini vacation. I said, go and enjoy your family. Go have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. So it'll be Bunny and Zane tonight, which is fine because they're the two main creators. So we'll come live here and we'll just chat a little bit. So welcome everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, it's been a long weekend already, especially losing an hour. That did not help last night. No, that's why I only had one drink last night at dinner. I can't even imagine having more. That would have been bad, you know. So yeah, and then you're like, oh my God, you wake up and it's like clock says 6:45 and it's actually 7:45. Like, that's just the worst day of the year. But now, yep, birthday day comes around once a year, and here they come. I am. This is the 3-year countdown to retirement right here. So like we're like, woo!
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. We got that. So, hello.
Hello.
Make sure we got sound.
Hearing anything?
I hear you.
Let's see what's
Yep.
going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I bet you this is it. Hello?
Hello, Zane.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, I still don't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if
Uh-oh.
we can figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll see. We keep talking. and
Might be
we'll
a
see if we can
Zoom
get-
setting.
It's probably
might be.
yeah.
It might be a Zoom. Yep.
Zoom or Anna,
Now, hello?
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Oh, poop.
Damn, not yet. Okay.
All right,
We're working
so
on it. Yep.
Anna, go into
What the
chat and
heck?
tell him to make sure that
Zoom all the time.
Okay.
his
Why is it not
his
liking?
speaker for his in Windows is set to the same speaker.
Oh, I see.
And there it is.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I think he found out. Okay, can you hear us?
This better be it. Yes.
All right.
Awesome. Great.
Very cool. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bunny will be here shortly.
No problem. I already
Mhm.
I gave Tiffany a pass for tonight. She's down with her mother, so she's like, so she won't be coming on tonight. She comes on enough lately.
I
so-
gotcha.
Yeah. Let her go hang out with her family. So
Yeah.
welcome everyone. This will be a fun discussion tonight. Everyone knows I'm J.K. Lord Gazumba, and with me, my partner in crime, the great Anna Meyer, the great GREYHAWK, and other map maker in the industry. And we're gonna have a couple guests tonight.
Yeah.
And so I'm stepping outside the box because how many times have I talked about Shadowdark on the stream, Anna, on Sunday nights?
Not that often, but it happened.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right. So this will be fun though. So
Good.
welcome Zane Daniel and Bonnie Daniel. I'm assuming you're married. You two.
Yes,
Yes,
essentially, yes.
Essentially, okay. Very
Yeah.
cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. So we're just looking forward to have a fun discussion here. Talk about everything you got to offer. I got some setups, some links in to Druskara already. Oh, by the way, everyone. So let's do tonight. Let's do Black Oak sponsor. All right. Dice set. This one is the Viridius Glitter and one of my favorites of all time. They're dice bags. All right. Little Tomb of Horrors action there. So let me set that up for everyone. Like I said, just be on at the end to claim. And so there we go. Starting it up. Very cool. So how are you, Zane? How are things?
I'm fantastic. I am like working like a crazy person as our
Mhm.
launch is on Tuesday morning, bright
Wow.
and early. Yeah,
Crazy.
so we've
Yep.
been doing an awful lot for the last couple of months to get ourselves ready to be amazing for our launch, and so far so good.
Yeah. I guess
Okay.
if you know what you want to know what being busy really feels like, I guess starting a Kickstarter is probably the thing you should do.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't even imagine.
No, I haven't started one. I've been part of several, but I haven't run mine myself yet.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising how much work it is. Like you think, okay, well, we're gonna put this thing together. We've been working on it. Well, we'll throw some art up there. We'll throw some other
No.
things, and the
Yeah.
next thing you know, you're going,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, there's this, and there's this,
Yep.
and there's this, and there's this.
Do you have like a whole rack of stretch gold lined up that you can't talk about, but you have them ready just in case it goes viral?
Oh yeah, for
Good.
sure. We do
Yep.
have a number of
Mhm.
things
Yep. That's
arranged,
good.
but yeah, we're not
No,
revealing them yet.
No, of course,
We
you
are-
just need to have them in the back
Whoops.
pocket
All right,
just in
that's wrong.
case. Yep.
Of course, Anna, that's wrong. 1 second here. Let me go to 2.
Oh wow, that's cool.
There you go. All right, just
Yep.
to display. Yeah, so there we have this. We have linked here. We can come back here anytime we need to reference. So
Okay,
you know,
awesome.
to your that's where the Druskara link goes to. So we got that set. Plus, we can always throw up any other of the images. Tiffany linked to me in your file there. So we got a lot of the artwork and a lot
Looks
of things
like-
we can discuss. Yep. Whoop, lost you there for a second.
No, that's all right. I was chatting with Bunny. She's connecting up right now.
Okay,
so.
cool.
Oh,
Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So you were both at Page, correct?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So I think
Were you there too?
Oh yeah, I was
Yep,
third year.
both of
Third year,
us.
I've been a special
Mhm.
guest. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I live literally
Dang,
in South Jersey.
it's
So
it's too bad we didn't run into each other.
I ran
You
into
might have
Bunny.
recognized Bunny. Yeah, I was gonna say you probably recognized Bunny.
I got a little
You
story
probably
for
saw
her.
her scooting around on her scooter.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But I have a good story. I have a funny. I don't know if she'll find it funny, but I found
Okay,
it a little
good,
funny.
good.
Yeah, I'll wait till she comes on here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you both going to be at GaryCon?
Yep, always. Yeah, this will be our third or fourth year at GaryCon. That was our first page, by the way, and we were special guests for that as well.
Yep, absolutely. It went from first year, I think he had 18 special guests, to I don't know how many he had, like 70 this year or something crazy.
Yeah.
So, Tim, you played in the Shadowdark game? When was that? The ever mysterious Tim. One of my known him since 1980. I apologize for everyone up front telling you that. So no, that's a great DM in his own right. DM's a lot.
Is there any way for me to see the chat, or do I have to connect to?
You can go to the Twitch stream, and then you pop out the
pop
chat
out,
and run that in
turn sound
separate
off
window.
there. Because
Mhm.
everything
Right.
you see, and maximize my screen
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Zoom, and that is live, like with a
Yeah,
6
so
second
there
delay.
is no
Yeah.
delay or anything.
Right.
And then you can just take the
Right,
chat
yeah,
from Twitch
yeah,
and you pop out that in separate window. Then you kill the video
Okay.
Yeah,
window.
you got that cog
yeah.
at the bottom where you can do it.
Mhm.
There's a,
Yeah, then you can
Right.
pop
So,
out the chat. So
yeah.
then you get that in
Oh,
a
that's right.
small
You
little
played it
window.
at Page. Who DM'd for you,
Okay,
Tim?
cool.
What's up, Will? Who was the DM for you there during that Shadowdark game? Oh, it was Will. Yeah, of course it was Will. William Henry Dvorak. Good. Cool. Man. Whew. Need that. Another thing today, just coincides, my birthday day today. Yay! So I've had a long weekend of festivities already. The in-laws are gone now, so we're getting back to serious, Anna. Right? So thanks everyone for saying thank you and happy birthday in chat. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. Thanks. 1 year towards whatever closer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will. Thanks, Will.
You look like you're only about 27.
No, dude. You
Do I get points?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that someone said 49 or 48 a couple weeks ago, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, no, not even close. That's funny. Yeah, that's a turtle move there, you know. Just played Shadowdark this afternoon with Phantom, NJ, and Dave over at Guild Superior. You didn't die. Well, cool, Doc. I'm assuming Dave was GMing it. That's cool. I didn't even see that live. I've been running around all day. I'm telling you, just like, because I'm a terrain DM, Zane, if you don't know about me, I gotta pack stuff up like crazy every year. This year, my sponsor's not going, who went last year. I gotta ship it all to, and thankfully Jeremy and Tony Winslow Brill are gonna drive it to me, ship it up to them. They're gonna drive down from where they live to GaryCon, and then they'll hand it off to me. So yeah, but it's just like what a nightmare. Getting everything ready, miniatures, terrain, just
Yeah, but
crazy.
that's amazing. Like that's that one wonderful immersion that you create with
Yeah,
that. So
thanks.
yeah, it's a pain, but it's worth it for the
It
players,
is
I'd say.
absolutely, absolutely, and
Yeah.
we have a blast. So all three of those games are at 9 a.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm DMing Tower Gygax twice this year. Yeah, yeah, that's fun too. That's a
Yeah, I've got
blast.
a bunch of games there. I'm running Druskara, of course, in about 3 sessions of a kind of a higher level of one shot, and then we've got a gauntlet as well on
Nice.
Saturday morning, so we can
That's
kill
cool.
some players.
Very cool. Ed's scared to death I'm going to kill him this year in my game on Saturday at Greenwood. He's scared to death. Every year he's like, I know you're going to do it this year, Jay. So I was, yeah.
Well, you should definitely do it.
No,
Yeah,
to
you
kill
should.
it.
Now you
No,
need to do it.
come on, kill a
One
Greenwood
Yeah,
game
yeah.
character.
active.
What's the problem?
Well,
Yeah.
He's a player too.
yeah, but there are 50.
Yeah.
He puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool, Curtis. There's Curtis who runs Tower Gygax. Curtis BL on there. Curtis Cable, and he is on in chat. So yeah, Ed's character is always like this. He's always afraid I'm going to backstab him or something. Him being a wizard and all. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So while we're waiting for Bunny, give us some background, like on you, like when you started playing, what you got the bug, who inspired you, if you
Sure.
would. Yeah,
Yeah, well, then I'm going to go all the way back to
please.
childhood where I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to do one of two things. I wanted to play TTRPGs. I was introduced to the Red box set probably in the late
Fencer.
70s.
Yeah.
And then I played lots of video games. So I was into the Atari 2600 and then the Commodore and things like that. And so
Mm-hmm.
I wanted my career to be one of those two things
Oh, wow.
badly, but I didn't know if it would be actually possible. I pretty much assumed that it wouldn't. But the one that came across my desk first was the video game one. And so I was a video game producer for 22 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so that gave me an awful lot of experience with working with artists and game
Mm-hmm.
design and all of that. And so when I left that industry about how many years ago? 6, 8 years ago. Um, I decided I was doing the van life thing, so just driving around the country, living out of a van and having a good time, kind of
The
in
one
a semi.
most of us have secret dreams we want to do. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, in that semi-retirement state, and
Yeah.
then met Bunny because of RPG TTRPGs, and as a result, we ended up meeting while I was on the road. She jumped in the van with me and went on our journey together for a little while. And that is until the van I crashed the van, unfortunately, and it was in northern Florida where that happened. Hey, there she
Hello.
is.
Hello.
And
Hello.
Hello.
and our fun began when we started running games, and I was running basic fantasy because I wanted
Yeah.
AD&D style game, but it was free, and you
Mm-hmm.
can download the PDFs and just start running
Yeah.
it. And I started Druskara with her at that time, and then when Shadowdark came out, we said, "All right, this is where it's at. This is way better. It's way more intuitive. I liked it way better than 5e, of course, and started
No,
in
I'm sorry. I
and
shouldn't say
moved
stuff like that.
and moved the group over to Shadowdark. And in that process, we had a necromancer character, and I wanted to be able to convert him over, but there was no necromancer class in Shadowdark, so I made up my own class.
Beautiful.
Fairly easily done, I thought, and but the spells were complicated and so forth. So I put a bunch of effort into the spells, and Bunny took a look at it and she said, "Wow, that's really good. We should make a book."
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how it happened. I said, "Yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
fun. Okay, let's make a book." And so we did Unnatural Selection. That was our first publication. That came out the same year that Shadowdark launched, which is kind of amazing now that I look back on that and say I don't even know how we pulled that off, but it went very well, and I think it's because it was one of the first ones, and one of my happiness aspects of really probably being in the video game industry, because I worked on a lot of licensed games, right? So I worked
Mm-hmm.
on Iron Man, and I worked on TV shows, The Family Guy, all kinds of different major licenses. And so I was used to adapting to somebody else's ethos. And so when Shadowdark came out, it was pretty easy for me to adapt to their ethos. I also had some good training from some friends. And we put together a thing that I feel like was very, very close to the Shadowdark ethos. And I think that's the other reason why it went so well, went as well as it did.
Welcome, Bunny.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hi.
You can leave it. Yeah, you can leave your mic open. It shouldn't be a problem.
No,
No, I
yeah.
can't. It'll pick him up.
Oh, really?
We're in the
That-
same room.
Oh, yeah. I heard that. He's
yeah,
that
there you
loud.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm J.K. Lord Gazumba, and my partner in crime, Anna B. Meyer. We're all at Page. So
Yep.
I have a funny story for Bunny, but I'll get back to that. I
I have a funny story too.
Yeah, awesome. That's great to hear. Because I want to hear it definitely. Zane, here's a quick couple questions. What was your favorite Commodore 64 RPG game?
Atari 2600 Adventure.
Right, the first ever. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
and
That's my favorite game of all time. Like
Yeah.
that is my number one
Yellow
game.
Dragon,
it was the
Green
first
Dragon,
open
Red
world
Dragon.
game. Yeah, it was the first open world game. It was the first game with an
Yeah,
Easter egg.
paper go.
It was everything.
How about that little dot you could pick up and put, and the wall would disappear, and all the credits would show up, and that guy got fired over that. Actually, from that when he programmed that in.
Right.
How about the Commodore on the Commodore 64? What do you think?
Oh my gosh, so many good ones.
Wasteland for me. It was Wasteland.
Okay.
Wasteland or Bard's Tale. They were both great.
Yeah, Bard's Tale was amazing. I played a heck of a number of hours of that. I loved Raid Over Bungling Bay, which is a pretty obscure one, and
Chalice.
Oh,
That's another one. All the gold box games were pretty good on there too. They worked fairly well. Online.
Which one I talked over you? I think what?
The SSI gold box games always were
oh
good on
yeah.
Yeah.
Computer Ambush was a favorite in my household. My father loved to play that game. We played all the time. Yeah.
Excellent. Showing how old we are now.
All right. My age guess was totally wrong for you, it turns out.
No, I think I'm a little bit older than that. A little older than 49. Yeah. So my campaign, my 1E2E GREYHAWK campaign, is in year 46. So you can do the math. I had to have been a kid.
Right.
I had to have been a kid sometime. Yeah. 46 years.
I started gaming in 79, 82. So
yeah.
So has that been uninterrupted?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. We won't
go into anyone else who claims to have the longest one who's on Facebook all over the place. So I got that effer by 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, you've seen them all over the Canadian gentlemen, but we won't even talk about that anymore.
Yeah, I started my
my
GREYHAWK career in 83 when the box set came out, but I didn't get an organized campaign until like 87, 88 or something like that. That's when I started getting more organized, and I changed game group and stuff, but I kept gaming since 1980 every year, at least once or twice every year since then.
I started Holmes Basic in 78 and then converted over to when the Folio came out, fell in love with the heraldry and everything on GREYHAWK and the Darlene map, and kept on rolling from there. A lot of the people who are part of that gentleman Tim and all first, played in that first ever adventure back there in 1980. Yes, we're all old.
Yeah. So my next question was going to be, how many of the original players are still playing?
On and off. 5.
Jay is awesome. He has fantastic.
Wow.
I haven't played with mine for 20 years, but my original players that long.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. Probably now with all the special guests, I want to say there's a pool of 40 to 50 40 to 50 people. There's 28 active adventuring groups. 2,000 PCs and NPCs. Wow. Yeah, it's disgustingly crazy.
Are you doing the simultaneous thing where you've got multiple groups in at the same time? Because I love that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And groups will cross over, groups will interact with each other. It's like a TV show. I look at The Witcher, the first season. I'm like, man, I didn't realize they bounced around 10, 12, 20 years back and forth. Kind of the same thing with adventuring groups. I may run this one, and this one may have happened 9 months earlier, and I run that the week after, right? Just depends on that timeline's linear, but it's all over the place. It works.
Well, that's what Druskara is all about. Like,
Beautiful.
that's what I've been doing. With
Look
yeah,
forward to
it's a
hearing about it.
multi-party thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it.
All right. So, Bunny, you want to tell your funny story first or mine?
I don't know. Mine is really simple and easy.
Go for it.
You know how, okay, so I don't know if you remember me being like with a scooter and
yes,
and having a brace on my foot because I have, a fracture in my foot. Well, I got reported by one bitter person because I interrupted their table. But I honestly can't even remember interrupting anybody's table. So, and if I did, it was like for a second. And so that's my funny page story. I got reported for being on a scooter when like I needed the scooter to move.
2 stories then. Number 1, I had 3 major surgeries last year. 1 for cancer, 2 for hip replacements. The cancer and the hip replacements ones were between GaryCon. So I had a scooter at GaryCon. Curtis will vouch.
He was dangerous on that one.
I ran over 3 people with it, and no one reported me. So and we're racing them up and down the halls and stuff. I had
you
my
should
flag.
have seen
I had
him
the
when
flag
he
on the
got
back.
when he got that one. He was starting to go slalom between all the tables, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, we rule that place.
He and Curtis. Yep.
All right. Secondly,
that's funny.
Secondly, I don't know when it was. You are at the Controller Games booth, and I walk up right next to you, and you ask someone about which YouTube channel should you connect with for this. And Chuck Humbo looks right at you and says, "Well, Lord Kazumba, Jay Scott." And you go, "Who's that?" And I'm standing right next to you.
Names are like I know faces, but names.
I know, it was just funny. I was like, okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. It's all good. I found.
I didn't know you either, so I would have fallen into the same trap.
That's okay. You know why? I'm not a YouTuber. All right, I'm a Twitch guy. I put all this stuff on YouTube just so they're there, but live streaming is the way to go. So and Ron's bad with this. I'm gonna Ron, you're watching. I don't care. Here he puts the YouTubers and he calls all the streamers YouTubers. I'm like, Ron, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a Twitch streamer. Don't call me a YouTuber. So yeah, so there you go. Twitch is where it is, where it's at. Live streaming, you get action, you get interactivity with it's just fun. It's fun. Rascal, thanks for the gifted subs. Appreciate it. This year, aren't they giving no bumper cars? Josh said I'm allowed to touch a scooter this year at GaryCon because he knows I'm fine now. So, all right.
I might have a scooter, so
is your foot
I'll run people over for you.
Yeah, that's it. or we're gonna take it and take off. I'm just kidding. We wouldn't do that to you. I'm sorry.
Hey, I had fun doing that. Like, because I could get from point A to point B in seconds.
Well,
yeah, Page is huge. That wide open space, which was really nice.
It was really, really big. I mean, they did a good job. We had our own area and stuff. It was fantastic. I'm going to Concoction in May, which is right down the road from me in South Jersey. So I'm glad he set that con up. Ron's a great guy. Just it's a lot of work doing cons, so I just don't know how people do 2 in 1 year. It's insane, but it's going to be a lot smaller for that one. All right, so Bonnie, what about a little bit of background for you in the industry? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
In the industry, because I've only been in this industry since Shadowdark. I mean, I've been playing since maybe 2012.
Okay.
But not with a serious group until Zane started DMing
awesome.
for Shadowdark and for Druskara, like with our people that we live stream with now. I started in Pathfinder 1E and then went to AD&D. And then went to 3.5 and then went to 1E, Basic Fantasy, and then poof, Shadowdark. Like I've been like, I've done 5E, but I prefer Shadowdark. I like their take on, spellcasting is probably my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm. It's jumped up there. Like, I mean.
Oh yeah.
It keeps going.
Yeah, it keeps on going.
It keeps going. Yeah.
So
going.
I do want to interrupt and give you an opportunity to also talk a little bit about your art, because
please
that
do.
might be
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Please.
I don't know what to say. I'm an artist. I did most of the art in Unnatural Selection. But for Druskara, I have had to take a seat back because I also do my own small side business, which is enamel pins. And I pretty much focus my artistic stuff on that now, while also providing direction for artists for Druskara. But yeah, here, hold on. Let me see. This is, I don't know if this will show up very well, but
oh no, that's just
a butterfly.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome.
I can't. I mean, you can barely see it. It's got an eyeball in the middle. It's kind of small. Oh yeah, that's my mimic.
It looks awesome. Yeah.
And I can, I can mold my style to any style because I don't have my own for some reason. Like I have a particular style when I do pins, but otherwise, I had to learn on the fly a couple of years ago before we, unleashed Unnatural Selection, how to do OSR art. And I had to just be like, I don't know how to do this. Bam, I can do it. Yay.
Black and white,
like
black and white.
Oh yeah.
Got grit to it,
And I don't like colors, so it was like it was great to be able to do that kind of style and learn how to, because I've been drawing since I was like a kid, but not seriously until maybe 2017 when I was doing commissions for people for character art. But yeah, this was a whole nother animal because it's, you have to do certain dimensions and you have to fit in a certain spot and specific things versus here's my character, do whatever you want. It's different being a freelancer and then being a freelancer that does OSR art. Like it's a different animal.
Okay. Do you have a booth at GaryCon?
No,
Okay.
Probably next year though.
Next year.
I think next year we'll probably be able to do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we don't really actually have any physical products right now because Unnatural Selection did so well. We sold out, so we're very happy about that. And then, of course, Druskara is just launching on crowdfunding, so we only have our sample books of that.
Okay. Maybe some of Bunny's
so we
artwork.
wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, so we wouldn't have anything to show or to
okay.
sell there, other than maybe some of her pins, but that probably wouldn't be worth a whole booth for quite yet.
Actually, it probably would be if it was all mimics. I'm not gonna lie.
If it was all mimics, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Well,
I ran out of mimics.
The coordinator who can make everything happen in the world, Josh Pop, is on right now in chat too. Zarathon. So there you go, from GaryCon. So
yep.
There, and he'll just say, Jay, don't get a bigger head. Just keep your mouth shut. That's what he always tells me. Keep your mouth shut. All right, Josh, I'm going to behave. So, well, fantastic. Why don't we dig into this a little bit? I'm assuming this isn't the end game, right? This is the start of something, correct? You're looking like you probably got, we want to get this out, and then we have all these other ideas.
Most certainly, yes.
Okay.
But this is a big one. It incorporates a lot.
All right. So let me, everyone, here's the, if you want to be, get the instant announcement, there it is. Okay. Just click to that, and I'm going to go over to that page right now. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right.
That transition was so cool.
Thank you. The wonders of not using OBS and using a different one. Yes, this is XSplit Broadcaster, which is I've been using for like 8 years now. It's really good. Brutal, ever-revolving Shadowdark realm. Yes. Complete ever-evolving dark fantasy world for Shadowdark RPG. It spans 4 hardcovers over 1,000 pages. That's awesome. Here is God's bard over lives, core crystals, star corruption, and kingdoms drowned in ambition. Every choice your party makes or neglects permanently reshapes the fate of Druskara. That is awesome to hear. The Dungeon Damsel. Yes, you did find it, Bunny. That's you, obviously. So there you go. I'll give you a high and a couple hearts there. Hit that heart button to follow the channel if you don't mind. If you haven't already, I think you did though. I think you did a little while back. Yeah, I appreciate that. So with this, how long has this been in production? A year, 2 years? This looks like it's pretty Herculean. This is a lot.
Yeah, it's 4 years, I'd say.
Okay.
I mean, I started running it about four and a half years ago, something like that. with one group,
You're
and then
following.
it expanded to
She's
more
following.
groups after that.
Damn, that's awesome. That's a long time. I just love. I mean, just looking at this, blowing this up here. I mean, this looks super. Whatever. This looks super cool, right? I mean, just and this artwork is top notch, right? You got a lot of really good stuff here. Really cool.
Well,
thanks, Rascal.
we had to, right? Like it's so critical, and we
absolutely.
love it, right? Like we don't want to have just average art. We want the best, because every time an artist sends us a piece, we want to be like, wow, and that's pretty much how it is. And that's so much fun.
So, and Anna, I'll give you the second question. Give me the Reader's Digest first version of what you're attempting to do with this setting.
Right. Well, there is
Then we'll
nothing
dig into it.
as of right now, as I know, a really complete Shadowdark campaign world. So, you know, there's settings, absolutely, and there's incredible modules and so many incredible things, but I think this is our version of the complete setting. So it's not just a setting, it's not just a campaign, it's all of it together. It's like modules, because one book is just dungeons and every detail of those dungeons. So the scenario is that it's been cloudy for a long time, many years. Nobody understands why, and as a result, the Shadowdark has begun to invade even the daylight. So we have our characters that are trying to figure out either what's going on or just surviving. It's kind of moving toward an apocalyptic state. It's hard to find food, everything is dire, and yet there are these 7 core crystals that are immensely powerful, and they are required for the world to exist. But if you get your hands on them, you can make massive changes to that world at your own cost, usually your own sacrifice, or most of your personality erased, or something horrible. So that everybody is kind of vying for these crystals to try to make a change to the world for themselves. And so that's where you're plopped into. You can go ahead and get involved in something like that. You can just try to survive and make it through. And, it's the sandbox idea. So you can do any of these things that you want to do. And meanwhile, there's an event system that the GM is rolling on every week or every session to see what kind of major events are occurring. So maybe this particular faction has gotten their hands on one of the crystals, and so they have their own goals and their own missions, and so things are starting to happen, whether the players are involved or not. That's always been something that's jazzed. I've geeked out about since I was a kid. This idea that I'm entering a world that is not revolving around me, that I get to choose to be involved in it if I want to or not. And so that's the foundational core of Druskara. And it's kind of fun because, like I was saying, we've got ourselves multiple parties playing in it right now. And as a result, there's also multiple starting locations already pre-set up in the book, and they mirror all the starting locations that I used for the parties where we've been playtesting. So the other idea with it is you don't have to read 1,000 pages. Oh my gosh, no. You open up the book, you go, okay, this is where we're starting. I read this little blurb. Let's get into it. And we don't have to put a whole bunch of prep time in. It's really geared to be a no prep thing. And so much no prep that you don't have to make the NPCs. You don't have to make the monsters. All that stuff is there. All the stat blocks are ready for you to go. So that's, even though it's an enormous amount of content, its purpose is to make it easy on you.
That's a good thing in today's world.
Yeah.
That's excellent. No, that sounds really enticing. Wow, fantastic. Great preparation. Because the last thing anyone wants nowadays with their limited time is, my gosh, I got to create this, I got to create this, create this. If you just have to create your PCs, then man, that's
and go. Yeah,
kickstart.
that's the goal. Because I wouldn't want to have to do it, right?
Right.
If I've got another industry that I'm actually involved in full time, I don't have time for that.
Right.
Let's just play.
Yeah, absolutely. Anna, What do you got?
Yeah, I was thinking, since you add a setting, do you get into the crunchy side of Shadowdark and expand on the rules and put in more campaign rules and stuff? Or is it more like we present a cool setting and then you just go with the standard Shadowdark rules?
Very few rules. My goal
Mm-hmm.
also with that is not to have to expand on that. If you
Yeah.
know the Shadowdark rules, you can start playing. There's a
Mm-hmm.
couple
Yeah.
as necessary,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're only going to come up in very specific circumstances. And so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't want to make a whole bunch
So
of
it's
new
the
rules to it.
fluffy side rather than the crunchy side, so to speak. Yep.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah, and she writes, and by she I mean Arcane Library, I mean Kelsey.
Yeah.
She writes in this very condensed style, so that you get an awful lot of information out of one small paragraph, 2 sentences. The deep rules of the system just by reading a couple of sentences, and that
Mm-hmm.
was something that I really worked hard to again, I don't want to use the word copy, but adapt to and adhere to that core ethos when we did unnatural selection. So the
Yeah.
same thing is true in this. You're not reading pages of information, you're reading a paragraph and you go, okay, now I got it. Let's move on to the next thing. So that's important in the Shadowdark world. And I think that's one of the main reasons why so many people are attracted to it, because it's so
Yeah.
easy. You don't have to read a whole heck of a lot of stuff. You can just jump right in.
Cool.
Kazan again. Oh
Yeah.
wow, it's Bunny. In chat. There you go. Nice. Welcome in. We got a lot of new faces in today.
There I am. I'm not muted anymore.
Cool. So, all right. I love the first page here. I'm just going through each blurb here. Size wise, the world.
Mhm.
Size wise,
Mhm.
we know how big like the Flannis is in Greyhawk, or we know how big the Sword Coast is in Forgotten Realms. What's the size
Yeah.
of the
Mm-hmm.
setting? Are we looking at this map here, and this is your setting right here, or is this part of it? Right.
No, that's the full setting.
Okay.
I really set this up. So a lot of the main attraction points are these fantastical cities. So you're going essentially from fantastical city to fantastical city. So for instance, we've got ourselves the tree in the middle of the Fey forest, which by the way, I put the
Nice.
Fey in the same world as everything else. It's not in its own realm. And so there's a giant tree that is the trunk is a mile wide, and inside that tree is a city. So, and it's vertical. So, something like that, you go, ooh, wow, I want to see what that is. I want to explore what that is. And then we've got a Cape Black, which is an underground city on an underground ocean. These are the types of things that move the characters through the world. So,
Gotcha.
as far as the size goes,
Mhm.
it doesn't take all that long to get all the way across the map. I set it up so that we're not on a whole bunch of travel time.
Okay.
I wanted it to be more, okay, it's going to take us, a half of a month to get from one side of the map to the other, almost, and probably a little more than that. But so you get the idea that the actual size is not huge. I wanted it to be, like I said, I want it to be more focused on the
It's
interesting
hundreds of
aspects.
miles rather than thousands of miles,
Right.
or at least not tens of thousands. It's not a planet.
Right.
It's more like a continent or a small.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, we get a little sample of a cool looking map here on the picture. So. Yep.
Yeah. This is So I see the tree. You can see the tree right here. There it is. Right.
You found it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. That's it. The tree city. I love. So Anna and I go back and forth on this. Third edition during Living Greyhawk, the Geoff area creates the Feywild and creates a portal plane and stuff. I want it on the same plane. I'm not some things are cool on other planes, like the Nine Hells and the Abyss and stuff, but not. I like the Feywild right there where I'm playing. I love that idea. I really do.
Well, and I plopped it right in the middle of the map too. So you have to go through it all the time to get from one side of the world to the other. And you know, the powers that be on the outside, they want to build a road through it so they don't have to go through the madness of going through the Fey Forest. But of course, the Fey Forest, they don't want anything to do with a heavy foot road. So, you know, you've got to plunge yourself in, or you have to go by sea.
Oh, it's perfect. Perfect. So we'll just pick and choose here. I see a cave entrance right here. Is this a huge right there? And it's the northwestern corner here.
Yeah, you just found Cape Black, man. You just know already. You just know where everything is. It's pretty,
I hate that place.
look how intuitive that is, and how good you are.
It's yeah, RPGs have been D&D and stuff have been my gig for so many years. It's just a good feel to it. So and that looks like a fortress in the back here, right?
Yes, that is Borfrost, the kingdom of the frost giants.
Oh, cool. Awesome. You have frost and fire here, or just frost?
Just the frost.
Just the frost. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm enjoying you like looking at the map, finding things.
Of course.
It's fun.
Of course. So that's
should we give him a bigger map?
Of
like,
course,
does
of
he
course
need a
you should
bigger
give
one?
me some stuff because I'm not a Shadowdark player DM. I will stay in 1E 2E till I die. I mean, I have 20 books of edited rules, right? Spells, classes. So I made it my own. Anna calls it 1.j.
Nice.
So, but I appreciate, I will use other stuff and incorporate it into my game. I use Castles and Crusades, Troller game stuff all the time. Any good ideas? Monty Cook books with great spells in them. I'll use stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, please. It has a good feel to it as far as it's concise is good. One thing about like when GREYHAWK first came out, it was huge, right? And it was pretty empty. And so Gary said, make GREYHAWK your own. This game, you're gonna make the storyline your own, right? The setting is going to be the setting, and you can do some things to it, but you're gonna make the storyline as to what happens with the 7 crystals is what's you're gonna make your own.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and there's some empty places you can obviously. I mean, there's got to be little towns and stuff that aren't out there. You can plop your favorite dungeon wherever you want to. But yeah, the major points are all there and all mapped out. And like I said, all stat blocked and everything. So, yeah.
Very cool. How about start throwing out some? We had a question from the audience earlier, and I forget who asked it. What's the completion percentage on books for this as we go into the Backerkit on Tuesday?
Oh gosh.
Oh, right. So we have, this book. Do I have the right one? Yeah. So this book here, this is a 400-page book, and this is.
Let me go back to another screen here to get better picture.
They're big.
Yeah, so they are, this 400 pages is complete. Now it isn't all one book. We for our test purposes, this is multiple books all jammed into one, so that we could find the
now you showed that. Now you need to have a special stretch goal or whatever to get so people can get that book.
Well, I think
leather bound, super.
They can get the book if they want to. It's
that's awesome. Yeah.
There's a collector's edition.
Yeah. This is the standard edition here, and then this is the collector's edition here with the metal
gorgeous
gold pages and all that.
Yep.
So awesome. So we have 400 pages that are done, that are mapped out, that have all the art, everything, all the layout is completely done. They just have to go through editing. The other 600 are written, but they are not in the final format, right? So I just have to integrate that all together and get all the illustration done and so forth. I'm the type that kind of designs as the parties move through the world. So when the party had moved to the next place, I pre-designed that place so that it was ready to go. So having the multiple parties really helped me do it all at the same time, because everybody's going in different places. So I gotta put this whole thing together. And so that's how it's all come together. So there's still quite a bit of work to be done, but it's all been play tested too, which is really nice. So it's not just winging it here.
Okay, Good question to that. When the backer kit goes and it fulfills, what is the general rough date for receiving of everything to the backers?
Do you want to answer? Can I answer that kind of?
Yeah, go for it.
We're trying to release it, next year, hopefully within a year from the funding date.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But you know how things go. We can't always predict the manufacturing. We can't always predict, like, we might hit a snag with the illnesses or something, or artwork, anything.
Sure,
There's any amount of problems. I want to say yes, a year. It could be earlier, could be later. But we are definitely shooting, to get it out as soon as possible, so that we can have community edits and professional editors go through and make sure that, we don't have any mistakes, because we want to make sure it's as perfect as it can be. I mean, I know first editions always probably have the sneaky little misspelling, but we're definitely trying to shoot for that. But we want to also make sure that we have a quality product. Like, we're not going to just rush it out so people can have it, so that people can be happy and not mad at us. No, we want to make sure that the quality is like peak.
Sure.
Super peak, while also trying to get it out to you guys,
Absolutely.
But we're doing our best. We'll be doing our best. We'll try our hardest. We learned a lot from not Druskara. We've learned a lot from Unnatural Selection. We had a manufacturing kerfuffle. It was bad. We've moved on from that manufacturer, and we're hoping, and these people are much different, much more communicative, much more like they get things done immediately. And so our hope is that we won't have any snags in the manufacturing side of things either. So I think we're set to hopefully have everything completed, next year. Obviously, the digital products will be out sooner, but
of course. Yeah. Will your original book be a digital add-on to this, or?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Wait a minute. By original book, do you mean Unnatural Selection?
Yes.
Well, Unnatural Selection is actually folded into all this.
Oh, okay.
So the classes, the spells, the monsters, all the cool stuff that was in Unnatural Selection is now distributed between the two of the 4 Druskara books.
There you go. Great answer. Beautiful. Let me pop back over to.
We're still debating if we're going to do a reprint of Unnatural Selection, because we are very known for Unnatural Selection.
Right.
Everybody knows that book cover. Everybody knows that cover. Yep. I drew that cover. Everybody knows it. We don't know how, if it would be detrimental to not reprint it, because it is in Druskara, but we might make it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've taken the classes and the ancestries and moved it into a book. We've taken the locations, maps, and dungeons and moved it into another book, Tombs and Temples. Yeah. And we've I don't know I think we have some NPCs in there. We probably have moved them into monsters and everything. We've moved them into, they're the book that we had. That's why we have 4 books, because there's just too much we were starting this process. We're like, hey, we can totally do 1 book. Nope. And then we were like, 2 books. Yay. No. And we tried to do 3, but I was like, Zane, we should probably just do 4, because we just can't do this. We can't just stuff into 2-3 books, because 1, the books would be like this thick. Like, how are you gonna open that? You're not. So we were like, okay, well, let's make it a box set. Let's do this separated, organized gameplay. Let's make it a whole thing. And it's a thing now, a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael, here it is, the pre-launch page. Let me re-link it. There it is. That's where I am right now. Pre-launch page. Okay. So someone asked what kind of it's water under the bridge now. What kind of production problems were you having? Was it binder issues, or someone in chat?
Oh yeah. You want to talk about it? Okay.
Yeah, please. I'd love to hear it.
Okay. Everything.
Okay.
Binding issues, material issues, communication issues. We had, because our factories are based in China, because they do, there's a lot of, that's we are unable to afford to print in the United States, because it's just we'd have to charge you guys like $1,000. We're not doing that. So yeah, so we had binding issues, page issues, alignment issues, material issues for the special edition. And like I said, communication issues where we would be talking to our manufacturer, and mind you, Chinese New Year was not a thing right now happening at the moment. And they would skip out on us for weeks to maybe 2 months at a time. So we couldn't get them to answer us. Then they manufactured a whole set of books wrong. And we had to literally pull our hair and teeth out to get them to fix the issue. And they would not fix the issues that they themselves were the problems, in creating. So I don't know if I'm missing anything. Zane, am I missing anything?
I don't think we need to say anymore.
Yeah,
I think everybody gets a pretty good idea of how challenging that was, and what a difference it is working with our new manufacturer. I'm happy about it.
They printed books that were missing pages, and they wouldn't give us more books because they screwed up. So
just like
I don't know. So we lost. we lost a lot of money and product because we're never gonna make you have a poopy book. Like if your book is poopy and falling apart and or is missing all the pages,
it's okay. You can say the S word.
No,
if you want. No big deal.
I'm live. I can't say fuck. Get out of here.
There you go.
But yeah, so we don't, we want to, we are so like adamant about quality and having like an absolutely amazing product. I want you to be like, this is amazing. Like that we will not allow that to happen. So that's the first thing we asked our new manufacturers. Hey, if this is an issue, are you going to replace this? Because otherwise, bye. And no, they are 100% if they are going to fix everything because they want longtime customers and we want a longtime manufacturer. And so I think we found a good marriage here.
Good. Learn from what happened in the past. That's all. That's it. Life is a series of this. Series of learning experiences.
And what I was thinking is that when we were running into all those problems, is that long term, people aren't really going to remember that we were, X number of months late. They're going to go, this book is good and I really like it. Mm-hmm. They're not going to go, this book is good and I really like it, but dang, it was a couple of months late, right? 5 years from now, 3 years from now. So it's way more important to make it as amazing as possible.
People are very forgiving if you are upfront with them and tell them the truth and don't BS them. Yep. And that's it. I mean, things happen and that's just the way to do it. Communication and be up.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
I mean,
they'll respect you
every relationship.
More. Yeah.
Every relationship is better when you communicate. Friends, love relationships, manufacturing and business relationships, communication is so important. And I think it's like something that a lot of people just kind of skip out on.
Agree 100%. Definitely. I got another question here. I've been thinking. All these little, these areas, Chromatica, Crystalia, right?
Yeah. So those are like little bifold city cards that you can then hand to the players and go, hey, you've arrived at Crystalia here. And so it's going to show the map. See how the map is laid out there underneath the cloth map, the one with the trees around the fenced in area with the big tower in the middle. That's an idea of, okay, you've arrived at this city. This is what you see. And the numbers are just going to say maybe the name or a description or something of what it looks like. And so they can go, okay, I want to go over here and see what this big tower is. Or, hey, I want to go over here to this arena and see what's going on in the arena. So that makes it a little bit easier to role play or to handle large cities scenarios that you don't want them to like crawling explore. That's a totally different thing.
Right. Okay. No, it's a cool little, and the artwork is like fantastic on all of them. They're all a little different, showing each place has a different feel to it. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right. coins here in the middle.
Yeah.
I
So
saw that with a
in
sign up.
Shadowdark,
Yeah.
luck token's a big deal. You know, it's just like inspiration in D&D, but you only get to use one, and so that's kind of why it's a luck token rather than inspiration, because you can get it worse and then you're stuck with your new roll. But yeah, so you know, what we found is anytime we would go anywhere, we would go, oh, we're in Pittsburgh. Let's get some Pittsburgh Steelers poker chips so that we can hand them out to people when we're running. So we want to have something cool for our luck tokens rather than just, you know, whatever we've got. So we're like, wait a minute, we should make some really cool looking luck tokens that are Druskara in nature, so that they get the full experience. So we've got the gold ones, we got the silver ones, and then we're gonna have bronze ones that are related to the Titan bound.
I thought they were copper.
Copper. You're right.
Well, I guess the color is up in the air.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you know, we're cross collaborating with Titan Bound, which is another Shadowdark product that's coming out, or that is launched, actually has already launched, and we have some overlap. And that's one of those things that Backerkit allows you to do, is these cool cross collaboration deals, so that anybody who backs both gets something special from both products. So we did something cool with that. So we've got lots of cool 3 different types of those luck tokens.
Beautiful. Anna, what question?
Yeah, first I would just say that I often work on projects that are 5, 6 to 10 years long. So I totally get it. If something takes a few months extra, the people they can oversee with that and love it the more when it comes. So yeah, so but don't take as long as I do, because that's not recommended. But but anyway, I want to ask about format a little bit. Choosing between like box set, a big hardbound book, or what kind of, or thinking that, because this looks like a box set with a whole like a treasure box or treasure chest full of cool stuff in it.
Levels. So, let me bring them up.
Yeah. What was the format and stuff like that?
I downloaded the entire.
Do you want me to take this one?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I
have ADD and I already forgot the question, but I think it had to do with the tiers.
Yeah, no, but like the format, the physical format, meaning
so
would look like a box set with like a treasure chest.
Yes, so we have a slipcase that so we have a different slipcase for the collector's editions, and we have a different slipcase for the standard editions, and that's what they will come in. So if you just get the books, you don't have to get all the things, but if you just get the books, it'll come in that epic slipcase, and you can take that, or you can get all I want to call it all the crap, all of it.
And one of her questions was, you know, why didn't we do like just a giant tome?
Yeah.
As opposed to multiple smaller books. And part of that reason is because of the Shadowdark kind of established size. So, you know, they're the digest size books. So we want to adhere to that for sure.
Yeah, you have a target audience, and they have a standard they expect, so to speak. And we want smaller size
for sure.
Not full 8.5 by 11. They have that
for
smaller,
sure. Yeah. And we really want our books to, like, you know, fit perfectly alongside, you know, other Shadowdark third parties and the Shadowdark core book itself, so that it's ease of carrying around
shelf
too.
Of Shadowdark stuff, yours should fit right in there.
Right.
And it's really easy to pick out because it is, you know, a very unique size.
Awesome.
Keeping it open. Yeah, if you're a fan of big
I
books,
see a little spiral bound little cool thing too. That's often neglected, because stuff that you want to use as a reference on the table, spiral bound is awesome because it keeps open when you open it, so to speak. It lays flat, which can be really
for sure.
cool.
Well, and we're doing a thing with, and I don't know if you can see this very well, but we're doing a thing where we're doing the Smith sewn binding, so it will lay flat, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yep, there you go.
Our books
really fancy. Yep.
Yeah, and that spiral bound book is actually a log book for the GM for all those events. So we've got ways that they can fill out, you know, pages about, okay, this location. Do they have, you know, there's check boxes and there's lines of empty lines that you can fill in the information. Oh, they're going to attack this location in 5 years. Oh, and that's a kind of a fun, like, I didn't even realize that this was going to happen. But as I was making up this event system, you know, one of the event ideas might be you roll on the D100 table, and this particular city or kingdom is going to attack another kingdom. And what it does is it says it's going to happen in 5 weeks or 5 sessions.
So you can have a time tracker, and you can kind of keep track of the
right.
moving
And so,
parts,
you
so to
know,
speak.
they're if they are walking across the landscape at the right
Mhm.
time, then they're going to run into
Yep.
the marching army.
Smart.
But
Yep.
another amazing thing about that is that you can have your seers and your oracles tell you when things are going to happen because it's actually already written that it's going to happen. So they can be, it's really fun to be able to have future tellers be accurate.
Yep. Yep.
So that was kind of a bonus.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, sandboxy, but it comes with a lot of aids for someone who doesn't want to sit and spend hundreds of hours making their own sandbox, so to speak. It's
right. Absolutely. But yeah,
Yep.
and it's an interesting kind of mix because, you know, sandbox, the exploration sandbox, like the Western style sandbox, is you roll it up and you see what's there. Well, in this particular case, we know what's there. So, you know, and when you know what's there, you go to that page and you can start working, running that area.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a mix, but certainly it's not on rails, and there's no particular storyline that is definitely going to happen.
You can explore the environment at any direction, or take them in any order you want, so to speak. So,
right.
Yeah. A follow-up question is this all physical, or is that a digital side to it as well? Can you get them in PDF and stuff like that?
Oh, most certainly. Yeah. It definitely have the PDF with all the internal links and the table of contents, the bookmarks, you know, through PDF and all that good stuff. Definitely have that.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you've been in the video game business, so you know the digital side as
right.
well. So,
that was almost the adjustment period that I had.
Now can we expect a video game version of this down the line? If it goes really well, like stretch goal 10.
Yes.
Can we?
Yes, absolutely. For
Awesome.
sure. Video games, movies,
I had to ask.
TV shows. All that.
Awesome.
Books. More books.
It would be amazing.
More actual storybooks. Yes. No, I don't know. Who knows? You never know what happens. Like, if someone liked our stuff and is like, I'm going to make a TV show, it's like, okay, have fun.
Yep.
You never know. You really don't.
Never know.
Never know.
You really don't.
I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no.
You don't. So, I mean, I think 26 is going to be a great year for the RPG industry. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. Lots of wonderful companies are coming out and doing things like you and our friends like Troy, Cannibal Publishing. He's been putting out some Shadowdark stuff as well. And then, you know, our Anna and I are in a super double secret preparation project with the powers that be, which should be announced at GaryCon. We'll talk about that too. But I have a question, and I have a game. I have a game question here. It seems like, and I'm probably wrong on this, it's probably just the GM's play style. Seems like almost every Shadowdark campaign I watch, everyone dies all the time. Is that? I mean, is it like way worse than first edition or OD&D, or is it just the DM's play style on that? Like, is this a deadly?
I don't think. Right now, I don't think it's as deadly. I mean, first level for sure is super deadly.
Right.
But I don't know if it's more deadly than AD&D because, you know, you still have a death timer situation. So you can save someone who's gotten to 0 hit points. Okay. The possibility is there. But one of some of the mechanical things that makes that more challenging is, and I don't remember if it's true of 1E because I played so much 5. But anyway, if when you raise a level, you don't get to add a whole bunch of hit point bonuses, right? You just get your roll and that's it.
No, you get your con bonus.
Okay, yeah. So not in Shadowdark, there's no con bonus for when you roll up to the next level, other than for first level. Okay. And then there's no damage bonuses. There's almost no damage bonus whatsoever. There's one class that gets a damage bonus. The rest do not. So it's meant to keep hit points really low. And so when you go up against somebody who does have a damage bonus and you don't, that also makes it more challenging. So I think there's just a few mechanical differences that really make Shadowdark deadly. But again, I don't know if it's as deadly as a 0 hit points, you're dead game.
Right. Well, 1E, 2E is -1 to -9 is still you know, you can bound the wounds or whatever. -10 technically is
right.
1E, 2E. But like 0, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah. I played Shadowdark about 10 sessions. I never run anything in it, but I played about 10 sessions. And the cool thing with Shadowdark is that you get the feel that is so deadly and dangerous that any encounter, the next encounter will kill me. You get that, or the next round will kill me. And that I've only played with one DM, no 2 DMs, and they were both really, really good at running it. But so if you run it like a graded deadly game, I really got the vibe that anything could kill you, and you would just like two hits from dying or one, and so next round could be your last. So make it count, kind of game.
Yeah,
and
you definitely really have to use like your brain and strategize. We've had, you know, Unnatural Selection has helped our 5e players and other 5e players, I think, integrate more into the Shadowdark realm, and there's a learning curve when people enter, because 5e is pretty like superhero-y. Like I mean, you can die, you know.
Yeah, but
you can always die, but it's hard.
Exactly. The DM has to make a determination to try and kill your character, and you have to play with it.
Yeah. We have a DM who probably would do that to us. His name is Sam, and he in any platform will try to kill you. Any platform, it doesn't matter. But, you know, it's because he punishes dumb decisions. Like, it's almost like real world for him kind of thing. Like, you don't do dumb things. But Shadowdark really is like, okay, don't do this, you will die. And there's a learning curve, because we've had our players in our every other Friday night game, really, because they're 5e players, they finally learned after how many years, 2-3 years, to not run into battle and be dumb, or don't do this or don't do that because you will die. Like it took them a while. So we have one character person who I think is on his 12th or 13th character. I'm not even kidding. He's just like, okay.
Holy jeez.
They finally learn, and they finally are like, okay, Shadowdark is just a whole nother animal. You have to really think about what you're doing. Otherwise, bye.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds a bit scary, but that's part of the fun of the game.
It definitely is. Yeah, and I think people who play Shadowdark go, I look forward to dying, right? Like you actually see people do that, say that.
Yeah, you have to appreciate that side as well of gaming. Of story. Otherwise, I don't think Shadowdark is a game for you. You have to appreciate the whole life cycle of a character, so to speak, and
for sure.
The terror of it happened.
Yeah.
So if you like thriller movies and horror movies and things where things go bad, at least part of the movie, then or the story, then that's part of dystopia's part of it too. Yeah.
Is there an optimal? I'm sorry. Is there an optimal party size in Shadowdark? 4, 6, 8, like that's manageable for a GM, or that doesn't really matter?
I've had 7, and I still have a great time with it. Okay. It's really designed.
Okay, but there's still too many people.
Yeah,
that is a lot of people.
I know, but it's designed to have everybody's turn go quickly.
Yeah, it plays really so fast. Yeah, I played at GaryCon. We were 12 players, or at the table and DM, and you got around during combat. You got around once every 2 minutes, which is better than most 5e or especially
5e is once every hour.
And third edition was once every 2 hours. There's always that famous we went on a pizza break for an hour, came back, and we managed to come back to the same round or the next round.
That was the
ready
Tim
for initiative.
Story I told you.
Exactly. Yeah, I've heard similar types of stories from other people back in third edition. That we took a break and they came back and it was the same round.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm learning as I go here because.
Right, that's cool. No, that's great.
Yeah,
I do a thing. I do a house rule that in order for you to get any luck tokens given to you, you have to use a voice. So you have to get into your character.
Oh, that's
so whatever.
Tough.
Yeah. So even just raise your pitch a little, or lower your pitch a little, or do an accent. And what we find is great engagement, more hilarity at the table as everybody does their voice. But the other thing that's interesting about that is that now this character isn't you. Right, it's another character, and so the buy-in to die is a little different. It's like, oh, this guy died, not I didn't die, but this character died. So that helps
you
a little
reward
bit
the effort, not the results, so to speak. So you
Oh,
don't have
most
to do
certainly.
a great voice or whatever. You just have to make the effort of having fun and making sure other people are having fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I'll give a luck token if somebody is in character and makes a dumb decision because that's what their character would do. Right.
Yep.
That's important too. Like, you just really hurt yourself by making that dumb decision. Here, you're gonna need this. Here's a luck token, but it was well played.
Yep. In one session where I played Shadowdark, I was so assumed that my character would die, so I made the decision: never back down, always go on the offensive, never be scared, just go ahead. And she survived. I was like, wow. This is
So wait,
I never thought that would happen.
So we have a name for some things that Anna does when she plays in my games. It's called the Anna Meyer Doctrine. Okay.
Yeah.
So she has a Ranger Mage. She will, and it's house rule. If characters are meleeing and you shoot at that monster or whatever, and you miss, you got to re-roll. You're shooting a melee combat, right? You got to re-roll the rear armor class and see if you hit your friends instead. I just like boom, just right in.
And I critted and whatnot.
Yeah, she doesn't care. So it's called the Anna Meyer Doctrine. Right into melee combat, shoot those bows. Yeah. So Anna's always damned the torpedoes in playing, which is great. Which is absolutely great.
In some games and in other games, I've been very, very reluctant to go anywhere because I roll so bad. But in other games, I've been very gung ho.
Yeah. So
very gung ho.
Yeah. So Shadowdark's right up your alley, Anna, 100%.
Oh yeah, I love it. I must say that I've loved to play Shadowdark, and I will love to play Shadowdark again. But it's not the game system I want to run. It's the game system I want to play in.
Yeah.
And that's the weird thing with me.
That's a good endorsement.
Yeah, I have one. I'm not sure I would love to play in my own games. That's the weird thing. It's like I like to run games a certain way, and I'm so happy that people want to play in those games, but I'm not 100% sure I actually love to play in my own games. I would like so I want to run it one way, but I'm much broader when I play. I would like to play in people that run games in a completely different way because then I learn cool stuff from it, so to speak. So, yep.
All right, here comes.
Well, and real quick, you should sign up. Are you going to go to GaryCon?
Yes.
Okay. Have you already signed up for all your games?
No, not all of them. I'll have some slots that I see if I can squeeze in. So,
well, you should try to play the Chelonian Gold Mine. I would love to have you as a player, even if it's already full, which it probably is because it's Shadowdark.
Always get the special guest.
Show up to it. Yep, I usually bring extra characters.
I'll try and see if I can find a slot and sign up for that one. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great because I'm running it 3 different days, so there's
a
chance.
Awesome! Then I'll probably have time somewhere to. Yep.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Here comes some questions. See if you got the answers to these. Give me one creature monster that's not in D&D, it's in Shadowdark that you have.
Felrack.
What's it do?
Felrack. It's like do you have a picture saying do you have the book? Hold on.
I've got it.
Hold on. Well, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta find my art. It's in here. Somewhere. Uh-oh. Help.
Take your time with it. It's all right. Sorry, I caught you off guard.
I feel pressured.
I got you, Elsamine.
Oh, God damn it. Poop. Hold on. Shh, quiet. I got this. It'll happen at some point.
It's very entertaining.
I'm very, I just found it.
There you go.
I don't know if you can see this very well.
Good.
I drew that. That's my monster. I even created this monster.
Oh, it looks awesome.
So that is not in D&D or
Okay,
Shadowdark.
so
Well,
now a little
yeah.
description. What type of creature is this? What kind of, and you don't have to spill all the beans, just like the basic kind of.
Zane, you
yeah.
spill the
What
beans
would,
because
Okay, I'm
the
gonna
beans are
spill the
spilled.
beans.
the myths or the legends about it, so to speak?
So that creature has its own section. It's called the Fell Curse.
Okay. Yeah.
And so what are the fun things about this? This is a creature that she created a long time ago, and she said, I really want to have this as part of the thing. You're like, yeah, absolutely. So, we took a look at the creature, and it had, missing skin, and it has a skull face and other aspects to it. So we created this thing called the Fell Curse, that if you get bitten by one of these creatures, then those sorts of mutations can happen to you. And so that's what's really fun about
Yep. So it is
that.
a fell curse. It has a fell curse of some sort. Yep.
Right. And so if you get hit by it, bitten by it, whatever, then you're going to either, you might grow spider legs, or you might have, your skin fall off your face, or any number of things.
Lovely.
But then there's other horrible things that happen to you, including generally you can no longer level up anymore. So it's one of those where, yeah, you might have actually become more powerful because of this thing, but you can't actually advance.
Yeah.
So that's a really fun thing that one of our players did.
Yes.
That player that died 12 times had that happen to him, of course. And so he actually really loved that character until, that one died.
Oh, his face fell off. I understand. No big deal.
How did that one die? Is that the one that my character decided to be like, bye, you're now spider bait?
Oh my gosh. What? That's part of living in the hazardous fantasy world, right?
It is.
Game.
And playing with me.
Yeah. Are you the I don't know. I'm assuming there's no alignments or anything like that, but you are the typical character neutral. You're character neutral character.
I'm chaotic.
Yeah. Okay.
I play.
Okay.
Yes, there's 3 alignments. There's no, because there's I guess it's lawful, neutral, and chaotic.
Right,
yeah,
so it's just like D&D. Okay.
I'm chaotic.
Yeah, cool.
Most times. But if I play a neutral character, I won't, I'll be actually a really kind individual. Very nature based. But chaotic, I tend to just evil it out. And I have a chaotic character right now that she's not really evil, but she's definitely perfectly chaotic. But then I had a tiefling grave warden, which is like the necromancer for unnatural selection, and she definitely was interested in because they had different deities going against her teammates for the glory of her deity, and she definitely screwed them over for her. And that's why they're not there anymore.
Party continuity.
Yep.
But hold on, to be fair, we were all chaotic.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. I don't know how much you've done this, but running a full chaotic group is a completely different animal, and it's kind of fun. I enjoyed it, but you have to be on your toes because they challenge everything. Sure.
It's just like running an old school and all evil group, and you're going to have a lot of problems with that.
Yeah,
it'll be fun for a while until everyone else is dead, but her Bunny's character. Yeah, so
right.
Yes.
I have all the money now. My other character has all the money. Has like
and
thousands upon thousands of gold.
Right, she's wandering around now as that hated NPC that everyone's gonna, when they see her, they're gonna be like, "We're gonna take this biatch out." Right, that's what's gonna happen.
As part of like, know how we have the evolution system. With the evolution system, this character now, we're actually gonna put her in as an NPC, and because I don't even want to talk about what we did in our live streaming for the Thursdays, but because such a thing happened, now she is going and taking the place of another leader and becoming the evil lord of that realm, and is now going to be a problem for the players.
That's cool.
Of Druskara. So she's going to be an evolutionary character within the Druskara campaign. We still have to work her out because she was my character, and only recently was I like, hey, let's do this with her, because she is turned into a
grasping hands there on that character. Yeah,
I had to give her, because she was level 8 when I gave her up, and I was like, you know what, Zane, she's gone insane. she's got one of the core crystals. Let her go be
perfect.
a psychopath, like, and let her be like the leader of something and be a problem. And so now we're going to implement, hey, if you don't do this in the campaign, or if you do this in the campaign, then this is what happens.
Quick question: Who
I
did
think it's fun.
first book? Who did all the artwork? Was it mostly you, Bunny? Or
I did more than half of it.
More than half. Okay.
I think I did like 100 and something pieces or something.
Beautiful.
But we have so now Druskara is mostly other people that we paid,
right. Okay.
Because I just haven't had time. And I honestly, I'm okay with it because spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on art is just fine with me because I get to support people and not AI. So I'm okay with it. I'm fine.
That is the linchpin of how difficult it is to get publications out is art. And you cannot put AI art out, or you're going to get bombarded, blasted. So yeah, we know the feeling. A lot of companies I work with, like Controller and stuff like that, and Frog God, that's art. Art's a tough part. Yep.
We are very adamant and very vocal about we won't support, or at least we won't. Like people will come to us to ask us to give them a shout out. Well, they can't have AI art.
Agreed.
So, you know what I mean? Like if they can't do AI stuff. And if I sniff the AI or they're like, yes, this is AI, I'm like, I'm sorry, but my moral standing is I can't help support that. But, honestly, good on them for creating something. But I like to support artists. I am an artist and I understand the difficulties of being an artist in a world where AI is now becoming stupidly hard to realize. I mean, unless you're like me and other artists, we're just like, that's AI. Like, bam, we know. But some people, they're getting hoodwinked and they don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's one of our, we stand definitely behind real human stuff.
We all agree 100% on that. It's you just got to be careful. You got to filter through what is and what isn't, and use reputable, companies. Like for example, you see all the character art that's scrolling through. That's a small company called Portrait Workshop. They all their artists build that, and then you can put together all your portraits, and and that's the kind of stuff I'll support all day long. As a company that does really cool, neat things that fill a niche. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So really cool. All right. Any questions from the audience, or Anna, you got any other questions you'd like?
I was curious. You mentioned the evolution system. What can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, for sure. So, what I realized, well, two things. First, I love the idea, like I said, of a persistent, evolving world, and I also love the idea that the players don't necessarily have to be involved in it. But I want to make it as easy as possible on a DM so that they're not going crazy with it. So the idea kind of came as a result of playing the multiple parties through the same world. Is I was watching how they were changing the world and going, oh, okay, if you were only running one group, I want to have that as an option, and I want to have that as an option. I want to have that as an option. So the next thing I knew, I had lots and lots and lots of options. And so I made just a simple D100 chart, right? That is, every number is a major change to the event, to the system. So every time a session starts, the DM makes a roll, and there's a chance that one of those major events will happen. It's not every time, right? And then when they get that roll, then they say, okay, there's 5 or 6 options, even based on this one thing. And whatever makes the most sense in your particular world and your particular situation. And then you put that on your little logbook. And it says in X number of session/weeks, this will occur. Now, I did it that way because some people really like to track every single freaking day that goes by. And they love to know, okay, they traveled for this many days and now we are on this day in this particular world. But a lot of DMs don't want to have to do that. So it's also just by session. Every time you have a session, you just go, okay, we've got another session, and that's going to be in 8 sessions. This particular group is going to do this particular thing. And so each week you just kind of mark each session down. So nice and flexible to anybody who wants to do it their way. That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's inspire for backstories and future things, and how they to facilitate campaign play and campaign aid. That's great.
Okay, give me some audience questions here. If not, I'll throw out a couple of my own. So, well, first, while we're waiting, everyone who's as old as you and I, okay. Back in the day, we needed a necromancer in my AD&D game, whatever. There's no necromancer, even though it mentions it in the original thing. Oh yeah, there's going to be a necromancer, witches, all that stuff, right? Right. So how did that come about? I mean, it took me years to put together enough spells, right? Figure out to create a necromancer class. So how'd you do it with with Shadowdark?
Well, we have the difference of time, because you had not many things to choose from, and I had a million things to choose from. So, one of my favorite spells for the Grave Warden is Corpse Explosion. Well, where does that come from? Diablo, right? Because
I call them fatty. I have them in my game. They walk around, Diablo... 10 hit points, boom, 30. Yeah, I have them. I even got the miniatures for them. Yes, beautiful.
Nice, so a lot of different ideas came from all these other tried and true ideas. But then, one of the things that I really like to do with spells is have them influence each other. So, just having a simple spell called Create Corpse at maybe a 2nd level spell means that you can also have a whole bunch of spells that require a corpse in order for you to do things. And so that spell, Create Corpse, becomes extremely valuable. At first you think, well, that's a stupid spell. Why would I ever want to create a corpse? Oh, okay. Well, I can animate it. I can make light with it. I can explode it, whatever. So I like to do a lot of those sorts of things to kind of have those spells help each other. And so, for instance, the Skin Weaver, which is the one that's coming up in the next thing, this is one of my favorite classes ever. It is a flesh crafter that heals with fleshcraft, but you get this weird ugly growth growing on you, and the person you cast it on has to roll to make sure they don't reject the graft. And if they don't reject the graft, then they get the healing. In addition to that, you can now make, peel and flay skin and body parts off of your enemies. And finally, you can take dead bodies and you can graft on, let's say, the wings of a griffin onto your party member, and now they can fly for a short time.
I love it.
So this kind of combination is wonderful. But then, for instance, this class has a lot of pain-based spells, so they can injure themselves to enhance their own spells. So then you have spells that reduce the amount of damage they do to themselves, or I'm just going to have an extra growth on me that then I can use for grafting. And so there's lots of I love your facial expression. It tells the whole story. But the testers so far, everybody who's tested this class goes, this is by far my favorite class. Like, I always want to play this thing. This is so good because it's so diverse.
So, do you remember the Great Net Spellbook from 2000s? It came out during the 2nd edition. All right, so there's a book that compiled all these spells during the early 2000s.
It was a website that came out.
And they just thousands of spells.
Yeah.
And most of them were sexual.
You can email spells to them, and it was
So
wasn't it Perem that did a lot of stuff for Pathfinder that started it? I think it was Perem.
Your friend Jason Nelson had a ton of them in there. The alpha spells.
I think it was Perem that did. Hang on a second. The most widely known podcast for Pathfinder, No Direction. Perem, and he was one of the host of that one. I think he did started the site in the early 2000s.
A lot of netbooks started appearing in the early 2000s before the internet's really kicking off. But so
Yeah, I was in video games at the time,
Yeah.
so I was more focused on that.
there are I'm serious. You should find one and go through it.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Love
you,
your
the
kitty, by the
flesh
way.
box. It's in my Necromancer. You can hide magic items inside your body. That's
Nice.
a spellbook spell.
Yeah,
There's
that's
another
awesome.
one that allows you to put rings on your ribs and stuff, and they count as magic items. Okay,
Oh,
I'm just
that's
giving you some
awesome.
ideas. Yeah, then they're just
Yeah.
they weren't mine originally.
Love
They
it.
came from the Great Neck Spellbook, but they're in my
Right.
Necromancer class now. They're higher level spells, but yeah, so they're
Sure.
just crazy stuff. I mean, because the
Yeah.
Necromancer is just one of those. It's a love of mine. It's just like, man, we needed that. That class was missing from first edition and second edition. It needed it, and then they did a half-hearted attempt at it with the spheres of magic and all. It's like, nah, it's got to be its own class. No, you get it. You get it, man.
Oh,
That other class
absolutely. Yeah.
sounds even crazier. What's it called again? The Flesh
The Skin Weaver.
Skin Weaver.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds super cool.
Yeah, that sounds
it's
pretty
great.
cool. All right.
Yeah. And it was one of those ones where I was working on it. I had the idea for it. I was working on it. At one point I went, I don't think I can do this. I give up. And then a couple hours later we go,
Well,
wait, no.
Yeah, I got
This
an
is the
idea.
missing piece.
Yeah.
This is what I needed.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you put it back
I'm
together.
the same
and
way.
do
I
it.
give up like a couple of times a week. I say I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore, and then go hiking, take dog for a walk, and then come back. Yeah, okay, now I know what to do.
Yeah, and another
So,
20
Yeah,
pieces
exactly.
of heraldry come out.
I give up so often,
Great Net Spellbook.
and then I come back again the next day or something. So,
Net,
yeah.
NET.
Right.
That way, Great Net Spellbook. We've had a show. Go back to my show with Jason Nelson about 2 years ago, and
Yep.
we go over stuff in detail that he put in that book that are in my like I have 6 elementalists for my 1E 2E game. Instead of air, earth, fire, warrior, I have quasi, para, all the crap stuff, right? Quasi's lightning, radiance, and magnetism. And there's a ton of spells in that Great Net Spellbook that like just fill the class up. And with some of my own, and then some edits on that. You got to edit them. But like I said, most of the spells are some kind of deviant sexual behavior spells, and you gotta cull through all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's from the best to the worst.
Yeah, best
There's
to
like,
the worst. In there, but
imagine
some like-
5,000 people
Yeah.
sending in their coolest or their worst or their best
crap,
spells,
sure.
and that's what you get. So yeah, it's everything there from no quality to really
Yeah.
superb
All
quality.
right, so we had a Regentine asked this question: best collectible item in Druskara?
Yeah, good one. Good
Yeah,
question.
is that
I
for the play?
talked over that.
Like physical or
Right,
like
yeah.
inside the campaign,
Right.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Both will be
Oh,
cool.
so you know Reggie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you know who it is. Yeah.
He's our buddy. Yeah.
Cool.
He's
It's good.
favorite.
I didn't hear the question. Could you repeat it?
Yeah. Most collectible item for Druskara, and I don't know if it's in game or not, but like
Or
Yeah.
we can answer
inside
both,
the campaign,
actually.
he says outside of the 7 crystals, right?
Oh
yeah.
my.
Yeah. What do we got?
A dragon crystal ball.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we've got a character, a dragon character that it doesn't have its color anymore. And because it was messing around with core crystals and failed at using them properly. And this was just going to be some cool little, dragon character. I wasn't going to do anything special with it. But the first group ended up working with it constantly, trying to get it to get. They're like, we can bring your color back, but we need some magic items, right? Like negotiating with the thing. And it ended up giving them a crystal ball that said, okay, when you find the way to bring my color back, you call me on this crystal ball. So it's essentially like a telephone. And it ended up being amazing, like so many amazing moments, because Bunny's character Razmina would just, someone would just say, hey, maybe the dragon could help us with this. And she'd be like, okay, here we go. And she just pulls out the thing like, no, don't call the dragon. Like, what are you doing? No, this isn't the time. That ended up being a really funny
Sounds cool.
item in the game. Yeah. But I also want to answer the other idea of that question, which would have been the collectible, that gold token. Oh, do I have them here? I don't know where they are right now, but that gold token that we're talking about. Oh, I do have them. Here we go. Is something very specifically for those who register now.
So if I click this here, watch this. Ready? Sign up for the launch. Oops. I already signed up. So wait a minute. Is there another
Okay, yeah, it
spot
might
here
not show
top?
up right.
Yeah.
But I've got it here. So
Okay.
if you were to go ahead
back.
and sign up now, you will get this for only $1.
Wow.
That's cool.
And it is a metallic antique gold luck token.
They're available in limited quantities. You just make a certain amount and that's it.
Get in, sign up.
They're you've got to get it this way or at the highest possible
tier.
I can hear myself now. at the highest possible tier.
Cool.
Awesome.
It's casually. Here comes the link for the Druskara. Here we go. Boom. There you go. Cool. All right. What are Anna, myself, and the audience missing? Like, it's gotta be like other tidbits you want to throw out there, right? I'm trying to be as thorough as possible with.
I really appreciate it. I mean, first of all, I do want to say I really love this conversation. You guys are super engaged and super interested, and it's been really fun. And I don't know,
awesome.
This is great. Yeah. So thank you so much for hosting us and doing this with us.
Twitch people don't bite.
Yeah. That's been great.
Yeah. We want everyone to be successful. There's room for everyone to be successful in this industry. It hasn't peaked yet. And that's the thing, is that when you put out good content, you should be rewarded for putting out good content. Right.
And there's so many different niches to fill, and there's so many varieties and ways you can do this hobby. So there's so much more that can happen in this hobby that hasn't been invented yet or thought of or can be improved upon. So in my opinion, at least, so it's cool. But I have one more cartography question. So the world map that you have there looks like that kind of cool thing you have to like a handout, or you can just tease and say, oh, in this part of the map. Do you have a more reference style, or what kind of other type of cartography can we expect?
Well, you also saw that those maps of the cities are drawn in that same kind of isometric style. Like that was something really important to me. I really wanted to do that.
Yep.
And so like a book in the book. I'm being told something.
Yeah, we hear.
The book
on your on.
Okay. Oh yeah, and then we have this too. Maybe this is what you mean. So this is a portion of the map, and then the description of what that portion of the map is as the header to that section now, right?
Yeah, I was going to say that's another really good thing. You have the map on one side, and you have the key and the kind of the legend on the other side.
Right.
That's
really
it
even
good.
has the word legend, right?
There you go.
And so the other thing that's really fun about this, that I like about it, is that when I do an encounter roll, I do a D6 roll like many do, and a 1 means a full-on encounter, and a 2 means an animal encounter. And so I have a local animal chart here for the area that you're in, so you can run into, maybe I should talk about that. I was on the Fey one. So all kinds of weird stuff, right? A mist serpent, or a flower fox, or a burble hog. But
a burble hog. I hope you had that studied out. That sounded awesome. That sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yes, I will. I will have all those. And then but in a normal area, you might find a crocodile.
You don't get burble hogs, but now I want to have a burble hog. That sounds awesome. That's the monster of the day, burble hogs.
Okay.
That question cast against for Anna. Okay, definitely you just asked. All right, so here, if Bunny and Zane, if you have not ever seen Anna's work, this is why she's a special guest everywhere. This is her GREYHAWK based on the map for the original Darlene map.
Seen her work.
Yeah, I mean,
I have seen her work.
That's my fan made stuff that
I'm spoiled. I get it customized. There's my free city of Altamira.
I mean, that's
it is on the all versions from now on. Altamira is on the public version, and on my campaign version, and on Jay's
GREYHAWK
version.
City, and it's amazing stuff. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. So, just note, she's amazing and fantastic. So, the question is, how do you plan where mountains and lowlands lay? And I mean, I know you have that problem all the time. So I
yeah,
feel when I'm world
that's
building, I get lost on that. So why don't you
yeah.
give that one a
Yeah,
shot?
world building is really interesting, and
Yeah.
it's also something you can take as deep or as light as you want, so to speak,
Right.
depending on your play style and stuff. Meaning I spend 5 times or 10 times more time on world building than actually playing, because world building and cartography is my career and playing is my hobby, kind of thing.
Right.
But that's the job I've chosen. But it's, first of all, it's very different if you have a world and you homebrew content for it, so to speak. So if you play in GREYHAWK, or now you play in Druskara, if you like, okay, I'm going to play in that setting. Meaning when you run games in a pre-made setting that someone else made and you purchase, then you become homebrewing, because you make your setting your own the minute you start running games in it. Because from then on, it becomes part of your campaign, and you start tweaking and adding
Yep.
and changing things over time.
For sure.
And world building is part of that. So if you have, like in my case with GREYHAWK, I have the Darlene map and some other map sources. So I had the very, very basics. And then I had to work and say, okay, I know that we have the mountains here and we have the coastline here, and I have the biggest rivers were there and the biggest lakes. Then I had to fill in the smaller parts. And I've done that in stages. The first one, I took things that were a few miles across that I had to put in. Meaning it's not that much detail. I can add a few lakes, and I added 1 layer of smaller rivers. And then I started experimenting with doing higher resolution. And now I'm working with 5 feet per pixel. That means that I have to add every creek and every whatever. So it's simply, so think about, first of all, think about what do you want, and think about how much time do you want to spend on it, and what is the purpose, and also what's your play style. Are you the type of game master or DM that wants to prep the area in detail and then you let the players loose? Or are you more like the DM who wants to come up with things on the seat of the pants? Because then you don't need to do a detailed map. You just sketch in things as they happen in the session, and the game sessions creates the map. And therefore, you only need to have the details afterwards, so you know what happens. You can go back again. And if you run it again, I'm the opposite. Map is the key bit, and then the rest kind of, I spawn the rest in from my head, so to speak.
Wait to hear this.
The map is the key bit. Yeah.
What's the map that you're working on for our project? What is the scale?
That is 100 feet per pixel. So that's a compromise, because when you do commissions, you have to compromise.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But for my own game, my own Shieldlands campaign, I mapped almost the whole of Shieldlands at 5 feet per pixel.
It's called porta potty scale.
Yeah, I call it porta potty scale because it's basically a porta potty in seen from above, so to speak. And that's the goal eventually. And now I'm starting to get the tools for it to make a GREYHAWK map. The next generation of GREYHAWK maps will be 5 feet per pixel, so you can see every tree and whatever. But then you come with a whole bunch of other problems. One is that, what if my story, I want to have a river there, and that damn detail map doesn't have it? So you have to realize, for some play styles, a super detailed map is what you want, because you can use it as a way of be creative from. It's like you want a detailed canvas. But in some other place, that no, I don't want to be limited by that. If the heroes need a forest to hide out from outside town, I just come up with one, and then I'll just put it there. So the map can be a great asset, but it can also come and bite you in the back, so to speak. So you have to, that way you have to decide for your own game what type of world building you want to do. Yeah, and that is key. Absolutely. And it's so tied into play style. Do you want to be freewheeling, invent as you go, or are you the one that sit down and plan geography out months or years beforehand? And also, what do you want at your game table? Meaning, Jay, his map is his game table. Then he puts out the terrain and all of that cool stuff. That is part of the map. Yeah, that's also part. Do you use a VTT, or do you just draw on a paper or like a mat? So it's very much like what you need. And then from a publisher's perspective, you have another issue. then first of all, the map needs to look cool so it can sell the game. That's one
Yes.
key bit, so to speak. But then you
Right.
have the other issue. If you have a map that is too detailed, then you boxed your way in, because every player and every fan will say, "Oh, that's on the map. Now you can't change it." So a lot of publishers want a cool map that doesn't give too much detail away, because that gives you maximum creative freedom down the line, so on and so forth. So the maps that I do for my game might be the best thing ever for some DMs and some publishers, but they might not be what other publishers and DMs want, so to speak. So it's
Right.
very much, it's like rule system. Some people
Yeah.
like it crunchy, some people like rules light.
Right.
And some like heroic, and some like super deadly. And
Yep.
it's the same thing with maps. But now I'm being on the
That's
soapbox
okay,
here
Anna.
for 10 minutes.
You answered the question.
Yeah, it's great.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
here's too bad we both had our games on Thursdays. Here's my this is from Thursday night. This is my terrain setup for Thursday on my table.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
a
it's
kind of map
amazing.
too, meaning a
Yeah.
practical
Oh, yeah.
3D map you put on your game table. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Most certainly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I find, as I had taken that big long break essentially from TTRPGs, because the other thing I noticed when I was in the video game industry is that nobody, at least at the company that I was at, played any TTRPGs. So I was, there was nobody
Really?
around to play, and I
Yeah.
was so focused on making video
Wow.
games that I didn't play.
So you weren't playing
So-
you weren't making RPG video games. You're making action style
I
videos.
made a
Or
couple.
others.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
worked on Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance,
Okay.
Cool.
but for the most part, no, I was working on all kinds of other things. It was a company that just did diversity, so every game it was completely different.
Yeah.
But so now that I've been back, I started off doing a lot of what do we want to call this? Like grid maps with everybody bringing their miniatures and placing it on the map. Well, now as I've been doing that for a couple of years, I kind of have swayed away from that to some degree, and I'm doing more in the theater of the mind.
Yep.
And I've been liking that better, and I realized that that's the beauty of the distance system in Shadowdark. So the distance system in Shadowdark is not number of feet, it's a grouping. So close is adjacent, near is approximately 30 feet.
Yeah.
And
It's the first one you can stab them with a melee weapon. The other one you can throw a dagger at them. So to
right.
speak. Yeah.
And then far is as far as you can see. So what I didn't even realize this at the time, because I was doing the miniatures on a map thing. But then when I started going into more of the theater of the mind stuff, I would be like, oh, the enemy's near away from you. Oh, the enemy's near away from you. Oh, it started running. It's double near from you. Okay, so in my turn, I'm gonna run near. Like, oh wow, this is so easy. I don't have to think about the exact placement of everybody. I've just got unit of one, essentially, that I can use to keep track of all that. So I really appreciated that.
Theater of mind, definitely.
There's one
That's a
role-playing
good way
game
to
that
do it.
uses banana. That's the distance measuring. They use a banana. Yeah. So
Right.
it's like 2 bananas, and people bring you a banana and you put it down on the game table.
Oh,
That's a new
Yeah,
one.
just-
I
yeah.
don't even know what you're talking about with that one.
Oh yeah,
Bananas?
Sly Flourish. He talked about it. It
Oh,
was
Sly Flourish.
awesome. Oh yeah, but he had an example and he showed. I forgot which one, but it was literally a banana.
It
That's
probably
the,
uses
the
dog
yeah.
bones too and stuff too.
Yeah.
so.
Oh yeah. So it's
Oh my
but
gosh.
it's kind of yeah.
Good old Mike.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the other interesting things that I've found with VTT play is that you get to want to have super detailed maps up close, meaning you have each room and the scene you're in, you want that in glorious detail in order to use all the cool functions that you have in EVT, but you have no clue of the rest of the world, so to speak. And I have this weird desire when I play that I want theater of the mind for the close-up, but I want to visualize the big story. Meaning when I play, I would, and also when I run my games, I want to present the world to the players, but then I want to be able to build the scene more theater of the mind. So I have very rudimentary dungeon maps, but very detailed world maps. So when the players are inside a building, they know if they run out jump out the window, they know where they came from. So they have an idea. Okay, if I flee that direction, it looks like this, so to speak. So I want to give the players that feel of tactical options and so on and so forth. So you can have theater of the mind or detail both on the big scale and also in the detail scale. But all of that is up to play style, which you prefer or not, so to speak.
Yeah. Just like D&D, I'm assuming in Shadowdark, there's a multitude of different play styles by all the different game masters.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. And I don't know why that has led me to this thought, but one of the other things that I really worked hard on was creating names of places that people would remember the names. Because, you know, I've seen too many things that have like apostrophes and weird, you know, unpronounceable names that you're going to forget. And so that was important to me because as I'm north of 50, I forget crap all the time. I have no idea what's going on. I need somebody to give me a summary after each game, even if I was the DM. Like, what happened last time? I don't remember. So the idea that to be able to everybody knows the locations, everybody knows the stuff in a nice, easy memory gimmick or approach. It's been really impressive too. I've been amazed at how well my players have learned the world and just can go, oh yeah, that was blah blah blah, and then that was this faction, and they know all this stuff without even taking notes. So that I see that as a victory.
Shane, I have an emote for that very syndrome. Okay, it's called the tuna fish sandwich emote, and I put it in there. My guys, when they get to the house, cannot remember what they had for lunch that day, right? So they don't even know if they had a tuna fish sandwich or whatever. So I understand completely. You know, it's just like, what? And it was like, well, it was only last week, guys. You don't remember? No. Yeah, I understand, man. It's like, it's just, you get old and it's crazy.
But that's one thing that I want to advertise for, because we lack it in the GREYHAWK community. I want more of it, and that's conlanging. People that love languages and stuff can start constructing languages stuff, because that way you get because that's one of the scenes that I think there is definitely room for improvement in the GREYHAWK community. We can have more people that can work on developing the languages that are in the GREYHAWK setting, and I think that go for every setting, because then you have language names should tie into the language that are being spoken and the cultural traditions and stuff. Meaning that was Tolkien's masterstroke, was that he invented whole real languages for it. So that feels like it's a real place, because the elven names and the orcish and stuff, they really have depth to them. You don't have to go half that deep, but some depth I think could work really well when it comes to world building. It's conlanging. You don't have to invent the whole language, but you have to invent enough that it feels like there is a real language behind it, so to speak.
Yeah, and I've done actually a little bit of that. There's a particular metal in Druskara that is called Shining Steel, and it is pretty much unbreakable. But one particular group has figured out a material or a compound that will essentially dissolve it, and the name of
no, tell them, no telly, no tell
and the name
the secret
and the name of it is based on a word in giant. So, and, you know, I had to make up the language, at least that aspect of the language of giant.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I didn't tell him. Gotta
have some secrets for the comes out.
Oh yeah.
And you know, and look, we're in an hour 45. I told the time will fly right by. It always does when you're having fun with the discussion. Absolutely. So
this has been pretty freaking fun. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, we're easygoing here. You know, we've been streaming for 8 years. Been doing this for if we combine like Anna and ours, what's that? Over 100 some years of DMing experience. It's freaking
we also very different.
That's awesome.
In our play style and stuff. So which I think it's good for diversity here. So yeah,
a lot. The community's great, and so we have roughly 60 people affiliated stream channels on my stream team, crafters, players, all going to GaryCon this year. We had about 50 to 55 last year. Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah. Lots of people.
We'll see them.
Oh yeah.
Is everybody coming this year too?
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
ton.
many,
A
but
ton.
a lot of them. Yep.
And you guys are both going to be there too?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yay! Punch me in the face and say hi. Well, don't do that, but like, you know,
Oh,
I have
but
ADD, so
I'm
you're going to have
want to give
to
you a hug.
all,
Yep.
all,
Mhm.
all my
try.
games are in the chop house. Right behind the, yeah, so I'll be behind the glass, you know, just so every morning. So yeah, it's a great time. Great time at that con.
It is.
COVID was the killer, and that was it. But that led to a lot of things. We can go about that at another time. But like, you know, when GaryCon was canceled for 2 years, literally the first time, they wanted it virtual. 10 days we had to put that together, all that virtual. So a lot of us were right on the front
Wow.
lines on that. Yeah, I produced like seven streams for that first year that it
Holy
went
moly.
virtual. It was
Jeez.
crazy.
I remember when it was virtual too. That was weird.
Oh, it was nuts. It was nuts. And then that led us to our own con. We have Virtual Con now every October.
Yeah, that was the good part of
Yeah. Yeah.
COVID, was that it got
Yeah.
me at least into running games virtually and
That's
virtual
cool.
conventions and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. And
So
then
it had something
and
positive
it also
too.
helped us 2 weekends ago. We had our 8th annual St. Jude fundraiser, and we raised $36,000 this year. So we beat our record
Yep.
by 4. So things are good with that. Learning from all this other stuff that happened. So COVID was kind of, beside that, was kind of a blessing for some things. But what would you guys like to? Yes, GaryCon. I mean, everyone on here that's a regular knows about GaryCon. The majority of the people will be going here. Yeah. So
Nice.
it
Then
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
all of you guys who are watching then should definitely introduce yourselves to us and talk to
Yep.
us when you see us there. Absolutely.
I did say punch me in the face, but don't literally do that. But figuratively, because
Mhm.
you might have to yell at me and be like, "But I," because I'll be like, the whole
Well,
time. So
we got
please yell at me.
Sounds like we both have, all of us have a close mutual friend in Tiffany. So she's playing in my game Friday morning at 9. She got Ginny to cover her
Nice.
booth for that time.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I love her so
Yeah.
much. She's an amazing individual. So glad we connected at Page.
You may not introduce. Thank you for that, Reggie, but you may not introduce yourself to you at GaryCon. Well, you already know her, right? Reggie, right?
He'll be living with us while we're at GaryCon.
Okay. Well, there you go. He's being facetious. Got it. So
He's coming all the way from Hawaii.
nice.
So far away. Yeah, it's
Yep.
amazing. I'm so excited. It's our first time meeting him, and we've been friends for a very
that's
long time.
fantastic.
Very long
That's
time.
Fantastic. Armin, who comes every other year, ARHMIN. He's a small streamer, but a great guy. Does old school New Zealand. He's an American who's lived in New Zealand a long time.
Awesome.
Oh,
But he's
wow.
coming from New Zealand this year. Yeah.
Yep.
So we have a lot of people from all over the place. So.
We have a friend from Denmark that comes in
Nice.
every year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's right up Anna's alley. Anna's from Sweden.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
originally, what other
Yep.
what other things do you want to mention to the audience before?
Well,
Before we
I
wind
mean,
down
we
here?
could
What have you
mention
covered? Not covered.
our
Yeah.
next project.
Sure.
We could
Oh.
tease that a little bit.
Absolutely.
You would need to share the next project or something.
Yeah. Is there a way I can send you an image and you can show it?
Only at Discord, because if you put it in that chat and I open it, kablooey, right?
Yeah,
The whole
yeah.
stream.
Put it
So
in- put
Okay.
it
Are we
Discord.
Discord friends?
I don't think so. Look for Lord
Okay, we gotta
Gazumba,
do that.
all one word. Lord Gazumba, all one word. That would be the easiest way to do it. I don't know if we have any.
Okay.
What do you call it in
Lord.
Gazumba, Gosumba. That's a character name in my campaign. He is the.
Okay. Let's see if I find it.
Yeah, he is the main.
I'm sending a friending request.
Okay, let me go. I gotta do it now.
I am sending a friending.
Let me do this. Let me go here. I gotta turn it on the main thing, not my laptop.
We make connections live here
Yeah,
during the
all right.
show.
Now, why isn't it booting up? Here we go. If I crash the stream, I apologize, everyone. Pending. All right, there we go.
I just go like this.
There you go. We're friended.
Okay, cool. All right. There,
Send
I
away.
see you. All right. So then I'm going to send you this image.
And then what we'll do is all right, cool. Oh,
Sent.
okay. Let me save it to my proper folder so I know where to find it here. And then I will bring it right up right now. Second. Worst things have happened. Like when you stream, I've had guys kick out cords. I've had, people fall onto the equipment. It's just, yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, all sorts of craziness here. All right, here we go. Mock up. All right, I'm going to show it. Here we go. There we go. Super dark.
All right.
Oh,
Super dark. So this is our superhero adaptation of Shadowdark.
Cool.
So
It will be
you
the-
probably
That's kind of cool. So what have won out, so to speak? The superhero thing or this is scary, gritty? What's the
yeah, it's more the scary gritty, right?
Uh-huh.
It's definitely
Yeah.
because
But-
there's plenty of superhero games out there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we got to bring
yeah,
it
for
into
sure.
that.
So this is cool. It's a superhero game with a gritty twist. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, we're excited
that's
about
real
it.
interesting.
We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've been working on it for about a year and a half. We've been playtesting
Dropping
it, some
frames.
playtested it at a really small
Wow.
con.
Mhm.
And we've got a one at this moment, because we've been also testing Druskara, we've got one campaign going with it. But one of the challenges of this is because superhero creation is fairly complex, because you've got all these powers, and it's not like you have classes in superheroes, right?
It
You're gonna
seems
go-
hard to not paint yourself in a corner, meaning how do you both give something really cool, powerful, and then rein it in at the same time? Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of all glass cannons is what
Uh-huh.
we've seen so far. So they're
Yeah.
very powerful. They do crazy things, but then they just, die really easy, or at least
Yeah, so
you
they're
know, go
narrow, so
unconscious
they
very
have
easy.
also have gaps in their covers, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. So yeah, so it's been fun to adapt that to the Shadowdark rule system, because again, my claim to fame on the Shadowdark stuff is to adhere to that ethos. And that ethos is simple character creation with high chance of death. So
Mhm.
the simple character creation is challenging when you have a superhero game. So we've done some things that I'm pretty happy with so far that really adheres to the whole Shadowdark system, including the leveling up system and everything,
Mhm.
without having to break it, and being able to keep it quick and easy to create characters and so forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy.
That is awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
So that's something to look
Yeah.
forward to. What, 18 months down the road?
You
Yeah,
make us
something
all
like that.
feel lazy now, meaning most of us, including me, only have like half of
Oh,
one of
Anna.
these projects, or maybe one. But then, damn, you have this next one in the pipeline, and you already have a concept to show. Yeah.
Yeah,
my gosh,
yeah,
that's
that
so
was
cool.
important to us. We
Trust me.
wanted to have it
Yeah.
ready for
Mhm.
Gary Con,
I
so that we
wanted to
could.
say that.
Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead, go
I
for it.
I was very adamant. I was like, hey, we need artwork for this cover
Mhm.
because we should announce this during Druskara, because I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to have a lot of people flooding into
Exactly. That's when you
our
have the
stuff.
attention.
They'll
Yeah.
see it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was just, and it took a while to get the cover art, but and then live on stream, someone's like, "So what's next?" I'm like, "Crap," because I didn't make a mock up of the book yet, and so on stream, 3 minutes later, I have a mock up
Oh.
of the book, and I'm like, "Here you
Oh,
go,
there you
Oh,
go.
wow.
put that out there,
The
show
wonders
everybody."
of modern technology. Yeah. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
So yeah,
I hope this is very successful. I mean, you guys sound like you're
Yeah.
dedicated, and that's the number one thing you got to be. I mean, it's got to be it's a grind,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
It's a daily grind with all the other stuff going on. you
Fun
know?
grind, yeah, but
fun
it is
grind.
very
What you
stressful
on
too.
It
in
is
like
stressful.
a year from now with the next Kickstarter, or whenever that will be,
Yeah.
so to speak. So yeah.
Well, if we are going to do something next year, it might be a year. It might be the year after, because March is like the perfect time to launch. So if
Yeah.
this one goes really well, we'll see what happens. Because if everything aligns for us to do Druskara, like, and get it done, and maybe, I mean, hopefully before next year, that'd be cool. Then yeah, we probably would launch in a year, which just
She
makes me
just
laugh
starts
because
laughing.
oh yeah, because it's absolute chaoticness. It's very intense. It's very crunch timey and crunchy. So it's just like whoo, stress. But listen, come Tuesday,
Yep.
Tuesday, 7 a.m., March 10th, 7 a.m.
Kick it off.
CST. Be there to explode that thing.
Very cool.
Yes, please, because
I hope
all of our savings in life have gone into this book, and we know it'll do well, but we need people. We need fans. We need people who love supporting other people.
So I'm going to make you an offer here. Post GaryCon, of course, and down the road.
Sure.
Our games are streamed. Well, I do a game on Saturday morning as well. So I'll get you two in one of my games, and I'll play as a special guest in one of your Shadowdark games.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Okay?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Got it. Nice.
Done. Handshake.
Done. And we'll hang out a little bit at GaryCon because I know that Tiffany's been like, Jay, I owe you like 7 drinks for your birthday, and I'm like, okay, relax. Yeah, cool. We're gonna. I cannot
tend
drink
to
that
hang
much
out.
anymore. Yeah.
We tend to hang out in the evenings near the fireplace, so
Got it.
you can find us over there.
So you're always near. Oh my gosh.
Chet.
Chet Minton. Chet.
Yeah.
Chet did the
Heck
artwork.
yeah, I love Chet.
All right. So here, this is from CSL Entertainment. This is my joint venture I wrote with Carlos Lysing. Look at the artwork. Tell me whose it is.
Yeah.
That's not Chet. It's Chet.
Yeah, that's Chet. So yes, yeah. Chet's always
love
over
Chet.
there. Anna, my brain just shut off. The cartographer, British woman who, oh my God, she's always there.
Alyssa Faden.
Alyssa Faden's always near that
Yep.
fireplace too.
Yeah.
Every year. So, yeah, I'll bet they let you climb backwards. That's funny, Jeff. No, they're not gonna let me climb backwards up a wall like the ever mysterious Tim tried the other night. Nope.
I sent you some more pieces there
Oh, okay. I may have
in
closed.
Discord.
I closed
I
it
think
out.
they're Chet. They're all Chet.
They're all Chets. Okay.
I think so. I told
my
him to share
God,
Chet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 3 more, right? Oh, wow. Nice. Here, let me
Yes.
let me put this in real quick. I'll share these. They will not go beyond this computer, promise.
You're just going to show them the whole Twitch world. So yeah.
Well, you gotta share
Yeah.
Share this.
Yeah, that's the
absolutely.
share.
All right, there we go. Here,
Yeah.
let me turn this off. It's chunking a little bit because I was doing. I had too much open. My son probably had way too much open downstairs. He can't have one YouTube channel open. He's got to have 7. Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? You're killing me. All right, here's. So I got.
I have one.
Oh my God. All right, so let's see.
I play everything at fast motion. I go up to like 2 times speed when I'm watching YouTube.
It's just painful here. Did the third one not open? All right, so there. All right, let me get to here. So looks like I only opened 2 of them. I thought I did all 3. I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry.
I love that transition so much.
Yeah, that's so
Chet.
build into
Yep.
that's nice. Really nicely done.
That looks so cool. Yep.
Yeah, here's another one here. I thought there was a third one. I don't know where it went. Ah.
Yeah, he had fun doing the OSR style because he doesn't usually do that.
No,
but
he doesn't.
It turned out great.
Right. Yeah. So really cool. Really nice stuff.
Is he the kind of
I don't know
artist that complains and then he does a masterpiece?
No, I don't think he complains at all. I've never seen him complain.
No, he's not.
No,
I can't even imagine him complaining. I don't
he's
even
not.
know.
But he does
No, I love him.
masterpieces,
He
but
can't.
yeah.
He doesn't complain.
He's fantastic.
No,
Yep.
he does good work.
I love
know,
Such like a
Yeah.
kind-hearted
Yeah.
individual.
Yeah.
He just
Yep.
is always
Mhm.
super chill and loving. Like he's just great.
That'll be a concoction as well. The South Jersey one that is coming up from Ron will be there as well. So I know that it'll be cool to hang out with him at both. All right, so you guys are fireplace people. I'll remember that. 'Cause
Yes.
you know what?
Unless someone
Yes.
invites us somewhere, yes.
That
and
Thursday-
we hang out at is it the tap room? No, what is that
No,
one
Pulse.
food place that we eat at?
Oh,
There's a really good restaurant that has like grass-fed beef burgers and like does local
Outside
shit
the place.
outside of the place. It's like 5 minutes away from the convention center, I
I
think.
forget the name of it now.
I'll know it when I see it. Don't worry. We are literally like 2 minutes from it. We got an Airbnb that's 2 minutes from it, so that we can go eat there all the time. So.
Beautiful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful. Yeah. That Thursday night, that VIP event, I am not melting away in that room, that 4,300 room, right? I'll go in there for about 10 seconds. Like it's 110 degrees in there, right? I'll go in there because Todd Stashwick's going to be bartending, hang out with him a little bit, because I got, Todd on off occasion. He's not busy playing.
I want to hang out with him.
He plays in my game. He's an awesome guy. Awesome guy. And then
I'm gonna stare into the room and I'm gonna be like giving you puppy dog eyes, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, it's my friend Bunny. Look."
Of course, you want to see Todd? Of course, Todd's awesome. All right, here I'll show it.
I met him not last year, but the year before.
Right, and that was the double weekend. Were you there for both weekends, Bunny? Like Founders of Legends and
no, I was not.
No, we didn't find out about it until we were already there.
You know how exhausting that was? That was so painful.
That was tough.
I could imagine.
That was like 12 days of convention. I never thought that would happen in my life, but it was like, wow.
Here we go.
But it was an experience. I don't want to have missed it, but it was tough. I was tired of convention when I went home.
Behold!
I bet.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, Todd. I did not know there was such thing as a Wisconsin old fashioned until he introduced me.
He's so cute.
Yeah, I did not know. So yeah, Todd's we were working with Richard Baker had his new board game that just came out already. This was like almost 2 years ago, and we were all play testing the board game in the night in the club. So, by the way, I will be having a talk show 4 rounds Wednesday night where I let people pitch anything they want in the club. So I'll try and find you before that. It usually starts at 6. Every 45 minutes, I'm bringing a whole new group of 68 people.
Okay.
It's usually myself, Anna, and Ed Greenwood co-hosting. And we just hang out. We just have fun with all the people coming in.
Oh, Ed Greenwood's so fun.
Yes,
yep.
Yes.
And that is so awesome because we get so many guests coming in and out, and it's fantastic.
I will try to get Ed.
Yeah, you'll have to give us more information about the location of that so we can come see you.
Yeah, and everybody's so fired up. It's the evening before the convention. Yeah,
it's right across from the Chop House. It's that glass.
Literally in the middle of the. Yeah.
It's easy.
Like 20 yards away from the lobby.
Wednesday,
Is that the fancy restaurant that's in the con?
No, it's the club that is like special membership.
The club's got the fireplace.
You can upgrade.
So if you get club access to your stay there, you get
and they serve snacks and
lunch,
stuff,
dinner, snacks, water, drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did that. Yep. Yeah, so it's fun. But I'll reach out to you both there, and we'll figure it out for a time frame to come in and just
cool. Thanks.
Plug further.
Yeah.
So, any other final thoughts here before we'll do the giveaway, and I'm just gonna do 2 quickie shout outs. Anna, you go with that? You're on Friday night, Anna.
Oh yeah, you do. I'll do my Wednesday, so I could just make a quick one after you.
Go for
it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So.
Yeah, I was going to say I put the first character package with the pre-gens and stuff on my blog, so it should be live for everybody. Give me the link. So it's for my game at GaryCon. So it's pre-gens and a little bit of the rules update. There will be a follow-up and spells and stuff. There will be a follow-up during the week with more stuff. So go to the first post on the latest post on my my blog. So that's the character sheet, spells, and backstories, and the characters have been around 4 or 5 other conventions. So these are now 9-10 level pre-gens. So they've been around a bit. So it's going to be a tough game. So
Very cool.
Yep.
Let me all right, threw stuff up. So if you didn't hear on the other show, which I'll if Josh pops on, he's gonna say, Jay, shut up. So they have those auctions ahead of time for special items like the shoe, right? This year they did the Hat of Disguise, and the winner on that, Steve Jasinski, you get 1 boon, anything you want at Gary Con's yours, and So he asked if he could play my game Saturday. That was awesome. That was a great feeling. Ed's playing in the game too.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah. So we got him in with Ed and the whole crew, Tony Winslow Brill and Jeremy and stuff. But just announcing that again. He's a really nice guy too. So here's rest of the week. That's awesome. Join that Anna's blog, definitely. GREYHAWK Journal 2's out. I have a joint article in it
Thank
with
you.
Ed Greenwood and myself. Have a joint article in this one. So we'll go over this on Wednesday night at normal time, 7 o'clock. All the great content for GREYHAWK Journal 2. It's another one of these great fanzines for the community. Wonderful stuff. It's a free download. Sam, if you're on, please link the download. I don't have it. So, or if anyone else from Cannon Fire can do that, please do it. That is Thursday. That's Wednesday, and then Thursday night, Dragon Hunt Part 2. Now they think they know where the Dragon's Lair is. So I got Myriad Show Me the Dice, Mike Disney, Phantom NJ, Korg, and my player Tom, and on that. That's Thursday. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun game. I think we're not gonna have a game this Saturday morning because I got way too much Final GaryCon prep to do. All right, here we go. Let's do the giveaway. All right, exclamation point drawing to get in. Where'd I put it? Right in front of my face. Black Oak, one of our great sponsors. These Viridius Dragon Dice, and we'll do two. We're going to do two giveaways, and the bag, and the second one we'll do a Troller Game gift certificate. And if you're out of the country, there you go. There's the Great Grimoire download right there. Sam linked it. Thank you very much, Sam. That's awesome. Him and Rick Miller did it. So exclamation point. What are you looking for, Plagues? You looking for the Discords? There's Cannon Fires. There's our Virtual GrowdCon one. So I really don't have it's kind of my own, but I got too much. There's too much going on. Right. So here, there's just too much. I can't worry about the Discord. All right. So here we go. Giveaways. Ready? Exclamation point drawing, get in, and then we'll do two of them. First winner will get the dice. Second winner will get the gift certificate to Trollord. Broomgal. Rats. Justinius, Greg. Man, Greg, you're on a freaking roll, man. So, grats on you too. So, you good, Broomgal? Let me know. All right. I will make sure to send them out. Broomgal does a lot of custom dice bags for us as it is, him and his wife, for the fundraiser. All right. So, any final thoughts before we raid into Darling Creep Show, one of our stream team members?
Sure. Yeah. The other thing that you could tell all your wonderful folks, we can go to the Dungeon Damsel YouTube channel.
Please link it. Feel free to link it in chat.
Yeah, that would be Bunny to
feel
do
free
that.
to link that in chat. Yeah.
I think it's at the Dungeon Damsel. And you can watch us play on Thursday nights. I know it kind of interferes with what you got going on, but okay. Thursday nights we're doing Druskara. We've got a group of hilarious people that are, really into their characters. They do their character voices. I do a bunch of voices. We have a good old time. So definitely check that out. And she's got a lot of great videos about Shadowdark in general. Good generalization and specific questions that can be answered through her videos. And then, of course, to say one more time that if you want to get one of those amazing gold luck tokens, then you need to sign up before Tuesday at 7 a.m. on that link. And, that link that you provided, or just druskara.com will go to it. So those are my pitches.
Awesome. Bonnie, anything from you?
Next episode, not really same thing as him, but our next episode is 6-7. The 67 episode, yes.
Wow.
The meme didn't understand, but
it's all good.
Everyone loves it.
Fantastic. I'm on adventure number 1174.
Holy moly.
That's adventures, not sessions. Sessions is about 3,400 is the guess.
Jeez.
Yeah. And all these
it's session 67, but we were running it for a couple of years before we started streaming it. So that's
right
after the stream. But still, you got us beat by impossible numbers.
I don't know why, as a kid of 12 years old, I said, I'm going to write down every adventure I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was OCD, back then too. So everyone, say hello to Darling for us. And it was great to have you both on. Look forward to hanging out with you in the future.
Thank you.
Friends and just
yes,
growing together.
And giving me a hug at GaryCon.
Yes, and thank you so much for being on. It's been awesome to have a conversation.
Thank you so much. You guys are really
thank you.
You guys are amazing. Yeah, I really like you guys, both of you. Yeah. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Let me now. I normally hit at least one wrong button at a time here. Have I hit any tonight? I guess I haven't. That's
No,
OCD.
you
Yeah,
haven't.
Rascal it is.
Yeah,
But then
nope.
again, I'm glad I did it. So, all right, hitting up the rating. We're rating the Darling Creep show. I'm not sure what she's up to tonight, but Darling will be at GaryCon as well. Lots and lots of people at GaryCon this year. All right, let me hit this up. Darling. Let's hit the rate up. Starting up. See, that's the that 46 spinnings, number of years of campaign, that's to mesmerize you. So it goes into your brain, 46. I gotta change that
I can't unsee it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, see you Wednesday.
Bye.
Raid is good.
Yep.
And with
Over
Darling.
88 people. Yep.
That was nice.
Awesome.
Nice raid. Just say hi to her, and then I'll turn this stream off. Right. Where is my... Now, this is the one thing. My disappeared.
Uh-oh.
My, I'm trying to find it. My pointer for my what do you call it, disappeared. So I can't, like, what the hell?
Can't do anything. Yeah.
There we go. I got that. There we go.
What did you grade?